everybody, and welcome to the GDQ Hotfix. Welcome back, I should say. This is Challenger Approaching, the show that features challenge runners and the runs that they perform. And gamers, tonight we have such a treat. Super Mario Odyssey Mod Showcase. These are going to be challenge runs done on modified versions of Super Mario Odyssey. Very exciting. But before we get into that, just a few quick announcements. Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Prize submissions are now open. Go to gamesdonequick.com to find out about submitting prizes for the event. And Frame Fatales, the all-woman speedrunning event, will be returning on August 15th to the 21st with Flame Fatales. Game submissions will be open now until May 25th. Go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more info on the upcoming event. So, gamers, with all that said, Fur, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
That's amazing. I'm happy to hear it. I'm doing well. I'm just here to watch gaming with my pals.
Hey, well, that sounds great because that's what we have planned for tonight.
Amazing. Fur, tell us a little bit about what we're about to see.
So we're going to be doing an any % speedrun of Super Mario Odyssey with the catch that on my Switch, we've installed a Hyperspeed and a Moonjump mod. So basically, Mario's going to run incredibly fast. He's going to be running a lot faster than normal. And on top of that, he can also fly. And now you would think this would make the run faster, but in actuality, the world record for normal any % is faster than the world record for the speedrun with this mod on. So we're actually going to be going slower by going faster, essentially. But it'll be a fun time, so don't worry about that.
Going slower by going faster. We love to hear it. That just means more content, Fur.
I mean, I guess you're right.
For whenever you're ready, you can give a countdown, and we'll let the bird introduce himself, I guess.
All right.
Oh yeah, hi. How's it going? I'm also here watching said speedrun.
Basically, my glorified co-host at this point. Dangers was on 2 weeks ago and was on the GDQ Speedrunners and Dragons thing the day after that. So, Dangers, it's just par for the course. I didn't think I even had to introduce you.
It's true. Yeah, they, I just kind of show up now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, for whenever you're ready, you can give a countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
So, how did you come across this? What was like the first thing that got you into this?
So these sorts of mods, like just the Hyperspeed and Moonjump mods, were some of the first mods people ever did for this game, and it was not something I was able to try out for a while because I didn't want to really get into the modded stuff. I was just focused on doing normal any % runs and stuff like that. But more recently, I've been trying them out, and they're a bit silly, but it's a fun time. Just because of how absurd they are. Normally you'd be doing all this fancy movement and stuff like that, but with a mod, you just kind of, it's, again, you'd think it would be faster. And I mean, eventually with the right optimization, it definitely could be, but it becomes very hard to control Mario when he does that, So it's its own sort of challenge by giving Mario essentially too much power.
I mean, right away, you've skipped quite a portion of Cap Kingdom.
We did.
Yeah, you just jump
Later,
right over the whole thing.
We're going to lose that time, though, when I have to do more precise things that are hard to do when you're that fast.
Now, Fur, I gotta ask. I know this question is burning on everyone's mind, and I just feel like everybody's like, oh, will he do it? Will he do it? Will he do it? I gotta know, are you gonna go for Dino Skip? I mean, gosh.
I mean...
It's such a difficult trick. Dangers can tell you how hard it is.
I think we can pull it off. I think we'll be okay. There's a chance it might be a bit tricky. Danger, you're gonna have to remind me how to do Dino Skip.
So, I mean, it's a very precise thing. You start on the platform, and you gotta dive backwards, and then do a triple jump, and then land on the wall. And you just gotta land. There's a little polygon that you gotta land on, and it's very precise. So if you miss it, you'll bonk.
Let me know if I do this right.
Okay.
I'll try it. I'll try it right after the cutscene.
It's okay if you miss it a few dozen times, okay?
Yeah,
we've got time.
A few dozen. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. All right. Let me know if this is how you do it, Dangers. So we're just gonna... Was that good?
Well, yeah, that was perfect, actually. You didn't bonk.
Oh, I didn't. It's true.
That's a good sign.
I feel like that's how
It
the
is a
world
good
record
sign.
does it.
It might be. It might be.
Also, I think something that's interesting about this particular mod run is that Mario Odyssey specifically does not benefit very heavily from large sequence breaks, at least not in any percent, because like fundamentally it's just about moon collection and you can't leave the kingdom, and there's like no invisible barrier or big wall you need to get over or anything, save Cap Kingdom and Moon Kingdom, I guess.
Yeah.
And so really it's just about like creative moon collection. So it doesn't save, I know Fur was talking about how he may actually lose time over his any percent time, but it also like doesn't necessarily save a ton.
For sure. Like, going back to like my time, I haven't done a ton of runs, but like my PB with this mod is roughly around 1 hour and 10 minutes. And there aren't a ton of people who've really done speedruns with this mod on, but I know Miwi, a couple years ago, he got a sub-hour time with this game, which was actually before sub-hour even happened in any percent, if I'm remembering right. So like, it definitely can be faster, but it requires more work than you'd think, because once you start adding in these wild elements where you're just sort of flying around, things become... They just sort of become silly. They become very complicated and weird. It's not normal. Like right here, I'm just struggling to get up that small little platform because of how wonky the movement is. It's just... It's weird, but it's fun.
So not all the jumps seem to give you the moon gravity situation
Yes,
going.
that was actually something I wanted to mention. So, like if I do a double jump, which isn't very practical because usually when I jump, I just start flying into the air. It won't give me moon gravity, like backflips won't. And there's a few others, like I'm pretty sure spin jump stone as well. But we can definitely take advantage of that. Like during the Madame Brutal fight, which is the boss we were just doing, I was trying to use the backflip so I could stop the chain chomp, because that's one of the few jumps we have that actually doesn't give me moon gravity. So there's a bit of trying to balance it all out with, you know, all the shenanigans going on.
So, I mean, modding is kind of toying with the game's behavior.
Yes.
So is it just that the game can't be modified in that way, or is it being chosen in this instance to not?
That is not actually something I would know for sure.
Understandable.
Let's just try and get this bird real quick. Dangerous, you know a thing or two about birds, right?
They fly. That I can tell you.
I am struggling with this one, though. Can you give me any tips?
You see, it is flying. So
it is flying, but we are too.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, just be a bird, and then you win. And I think that was the lesson that we learned today.
I think you're right about that. Yeah, overall here, we're just going to sort of be getting a lot of the any percent-esque moons. We're not going to exactly be doing that, but we're really going to just try and take advantage of some of the things we have here. Like, if you've noticed, the long jump is a bit broken, and we sort of become a missile, and we can take advantage of that to travel very far very quickly, which I was trying to do there, but I kept going at slightly the wrong angle, so we were struggling a bit. But we eventually were able to get to our destination there.
It seems that the camera is having a tough time keeping up with you.
It definitely is having a tough time.
For what is your favorite kingdom in this modified speedrun?
In this modified speedrun, ooh. So honestly, the Sand Kingdom, which we're doing right now, is pretty fun because there's a lot of room just to zoom around because of how like open of a kingdom it is. But is there another one that would be pretty... Heck, I missed that. Trying to think of another one I like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say Sand's probably my favorite. It's just one of the ones that the fast movement isn't like too inconveniencing, I want to say.
That makes sense. I feel like also, you know, the allure of this mod is that it is, you know, you get to move more quickly. Obviously, I know that seems obvious, but as a speedrunner, you know, I'm sure you feel similarly. It's like that is really alluring purely from a fun standpoint.
Yeah. I like it just because it's silly.
That too.
Like it's very comical just to have Mario zooming around Sand Kingdom like this, going at 100 miles per hour, and hardly even being able to control him because of that. It's just very goofy, and I like that sort of stuff.
Now, if there's anything I know about Odyssey, it's that you're not really playing as one character. You're playing as 53. Are the captures at all affected by any of this?
Unfortunately not, but I mean, in some ways that's kind of a good thing, because it's a way to sort of gain that control back and have a bit more vanilla movement, because sometimes you don't want to be traveling, you know, this fast, because it can make certain things hard, like ground pounding in a specific spot or something like that. It's just some things become trickier when you're moving like this. Also, something really funny about this version of the Hyperspeed mod is Mario's like crouch walking speed is actually modified to be faster than his normal walking speed. And I don't know why the person who made this Hyperspeed version made that decision, but I honestly think it's very funny. But it's also impossible to control because you're moving like twice as fast as that like normal walking speed we're running around at right now.
Is it for the long jump, potentially?
It might be, because the long jump, you really just go. So it might be because it affects the long jump. And the long jump is honestly one of my favorite things about this mod. It's really comical to me to just see Mario launch off like a missile, essentially, with the like slight audio glitching, because he's moving like so far away from the camera so quickly the game just isn't prepared to handle it. So this kingdom is the first we're actually going to be running into some water, and Mario moves a little bit faster in the water too. If you're familiar with like speedruns or anything, you'll probably notice it a little bit, but it's pretty nice because the water movement in this game can be a bit sluggish, in my opinion at least. I'm not the biggest fan of it.
That's why you have cheap cheeps.
It's true, but we don't need the cheap cheeps anymore. Now, Dangerous, what's this trick called?
Lake clip. Yeah, you're gonna go into the wall and you're... Oh.
I'm sorry.
You're shattering all of my expectations.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, you do go kind of fast, huh?
You do. You don't really go up faster, but you can go like horizontally pretty quick. All right, so here we're definitely going to be taking advantage of the fact that like backflips are normal, because doing this fight with oh frick, I screwed up. Doing this fight with moon gravity would be, you know, very, very obnoxious, because you just keep going up unless you like do a ground pounder or dive to force Mario back down.
That seemed really fast.
It was. That was like, besides that little mistake there, that fight was pretty standard, I want to say. Couldn't do any ground pound jumps like a lot of runners like to do, though, but because those launched me into the stratosphere, but it was pretty good.
So if ground pound jumps launch you into the stratosphere, why don't you just do a ground pound jump and then go to the moon?
Unfortunately, the game does not work like that, Dangerous, and they did not put a loading zone in the sky that takes me to Moon Kingdom.
That's really unfortunate. Kind of an oversight on their part, if I'm being honest.
Kind of an oversight.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the world map, though, Wooded Kingdom is not under the moon, so I don't think it would work.
Well,
yeah, maybe
you just have to wait a full day.
I just have to wait a full day. I don't know. At the speed Mario's going, I feel like he's gonna, you know, he's not gonna stay in orbit. He's gonna just keep going.
Well, what he could do is long jump slightly upwards. And then he'll be in.
I mean,
he'll escape the planet's.
Make a good point.
He'll escape the planet's gravity, and keep rotate. So he has some speed, and you know, I guess he'll just figure it out from there.
You make a good point, because I do feel Mario probably could go into orbit with a long jump. I mean, it is pretty fast. Like, oh whoops, I was gonna do it, but then I screwed it up.
Isn't that what spaceships do anyway? Where they like kind of use the Earth's curvature and just like kind of go around it a couple times before it goes to the moon. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be able to answer that, unfortunately.
Slingshotting using a planet's gravitational pull is definitely a real thing. Whether or not it's used currently, I'm not sure.
I was actually going for nut clip there, but I missed it. I'm sorry, Dangers.
So he tries to do the speedrun thing, but just better to.
Don't worry, I can still get one of the nut clip moons.
Oh, good. Okay.
Just gotta give it a second, you know. Mario will be up there.
For what it's worth, Mario looks to be having just an absolute blast.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a good time. He's enjoying himself. Oh my gosh. We're good now. Surprisingly, I want to say I struggled doing this room with these mods on. It's one of those instances where having the level of precision you get with normal Mario is very nice. Because there's just fuzzies everywhere and they want to kill me. And if you're trying to jump and take advantage of like the moon jump, if you hit a ceiling, you're going to lose all your vertical momentum and Mario will just sort of float there, which isn't good. All right, that was good. So it's definitely a bit weird at times.
You know, I think you're right about it being good that captures aren't affected, because I can only imagine what the speed nut lad could do with these.
It just wouldn't work.
We've got some questions in chat here about what exactly is going on, so it might be worth, if you don't mind, just re-explaining sort of what the dealio is.
So basically, we're doing a modded speedrun of Odyssey, where we have two mods installed. One's a Moonjump mod that makes Mario essentially fly, and the other is a Hyperspeed mod that makes Mario run really, really fast. And what I was saying earlier is this technically would help you complete the game faster, but in reality, unless you put a ton of practice into the mod, you're gonna end up going slower because you're gonna lose so much precision from like all this crazy stuff that's going on, to the point where you'll probably just end up going slower. Like my PB doing speedruns of this mod is around 1 hour and 10 minutes. but my actual like normal 80% PB is an hour and like 1 minute basically. So it's definitely a silly sort of thing. But that's sort of like what I find fun about it. It's fun to sort of just take what you know with the speedrun and then flip it around by doing a mod like this, because it just changes everything. You can't do what you would normally want to do anymore. Yeah, it just makes for a fun sort of challenge, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm trying to think of like how I would control Mario in these circumstances, and it's breaking my brain a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit tricky, especially when you go into like some of the stuff like the long jump. The long jump literally like launches you forward at Mach 5, and it's a potentially really useful thing if you can use it, but you have to like know exactly where and when to use it. And if you're like me and have muscle memory built up from doing like these other normal speedruns, you got to make sure you don't use it when you're not supposed to, because you'll probably just die, or you'll end up on the other side of the level and you might struggle trying to get back to where you were and what you wanted to do.
For, maybe I shouldn't even bring it up, but it felt very important when you said it.
Mm-hmm.
You said the word challenge a moment ago.
Oh, I did.
And, well, I don't know if you know, but...
Oh?
That's the name of the show.
I do?
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
I've never even heard that word before until just now.
I know. I'd be remiss not to at least bring it up. But the other question then is, are you approaching?
Approaching what?
Are you?
I mean,
well,
it depends.
You're doing a challenge run, so you're clearly a challenger.
Yes.
So,
of course.
Are you approaching?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, then I think we can pack it up. Actually, I think that's it.
Oh, that's the stream.
Yeah.
All right.
I think forever. I think the show's over.
Thanks. Oh. Well, thanks for having me, Ada. Sorry.
Yeah. I've actually been I've been doing this show just waiting for somebody to fit all those qualifications. And
you found me.
It happened.
Here I am.
Here you are. Dangers
How do you feel?
Dangers just didn't fit the bill.
No, I didn't. I was
I'm sorry, Dangers.
I was either a challenger or approaching, but not both. Unfortunately.
I'll never tell you which one you weren't.
It will be my life's long journey to figure that out for myself.
Yes, my son.
I believe in you, Dangers.
What each individual challenger is approaching is really their own journey. I'm not here to tell them what to approach.
Like right now, I was approaching Bowser there. Now we're going to be approaching the next kingdom.
Oh,
Lost Kingdom.
Wow.
There's a lot of approaching in this game.
More approaching than usual.
Indeed. So, Dangers, what's the strat coming up called?
I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it. Why is it? Because I'm just gonna cheat and not use it.
I didn't even get a chance to start my sentence that time.
You didn't? Oh no.
I was gonna say coming up next is Meme Tree. It's good because you skip a bird, but there's no trees in sight.
We're still skipping the bird, Dangers.
You've left all the trees in the dust.
It's true.
Oh, there's a tree. That must be the tree we're talking about.
Yep. Definitely the tree we're talking about. Now, this is one of the ones I struggle with because of how fast Mario's going. I am very afraid of accidentally just zooming off the edge there.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I was preparing to do a strat I would normally do in the speedrun there, but I forgot Mario just sort of floats in the air after he grabs a moon. Yeah, I was trying to do a spin pound, which for chat's sake, in this game, you're able to do a spin and Mario will start this little spin animation, and in that spin animation you can go into a ground pound, and then I was not supposed to do that. And then from that ground pound, you can go into a roll, which is one of the fastest ways in the game to like start rolling, and rolling in the standard speedrun is just a really fast way to move. But yeah, if Mario's flying, I'm not going to hit the ground, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So we're struggling a bit here. There we go. Oh, help me, Dangerous, please.
Oh boy.
I tried to do something again that I was not, you know, it's not worked well.
I mean, you're flying around.
I am.
1 minute you're on one side of the kingdom, and the next you're gone to space. So
I mentioned this earlier, but I might as well mention it again. In this version of the mod, Mario's crouch moving speed is faster than his like normal running speed. So there I was trying to crouch to move slowly just because muscle memory, and I just forgot that I was going to launch off the edge if I did that, and
sure enough.
Yeah. It's definitely a bit tricky to swap between doing like the modded stuff and the normal stuff, but I think that's part of the fun, especially in a showcase setting like this, where the end time isn't necessarily the most important thing, and it's more about showing the people the wild world of Hyperspeed and Moonjump speedruns.
So Lost Kingdom is probably the fastest. Well, I mean, is it the shortest split? I guess it's not the shortest kingdom in the game in terms of time, but when you're playing it normally, it feels the fastest because it's such a small kingdom.
Yeah.
And everything's so compact that you're in and out like really fast. There's no story elements to it really. But you can see that it being small and compact is not necessarily a benefit when you can get from one side to the other in less than a second.
Yep. All right, so we're just gonna go up to the fight here. Normally we would get a moon in the tower, but I mean, when we can fly, why should we waste our time climbing that? You know?
You know, you have a good point.
Yep. And might as well mention again, captures are not affected by the mod, which is honestly a blessing because it adds a moment of... It just gives you a chance to relax, to say the least. Like, I'm glad I can't just tap my control stick and suddenly the tank's on the other side of the arena, because that would make things a bit complicated.
Fer, do you actually, do you mind if I make a quick announcement?
Sure, go for it.
I think you're going to really like it, actually.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh?
It's pretty exciting, and I'm really proud to be the person that gets to say it. This is huge news. It's huge. So everybody, you know, press 1 in the chat room if you're ready to hear the big news. I mean, it's really big.
Oh, I'm pressing 1.
Right now, right this very second, you can actually follow twitch.tv/fer_ for free.
That is big news.
It's always been free.
So that's the news.
Are you trying to ruin his big news?
Oh, I mean, did you know they can do the same for the GDQ stream?
Okay, but they're already here.
They're already here.
You know where they're not?
If they're not following, they should know that it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and they can always change their mind later if they want. So there's literally no reason not to follow.
Anyway, that was the big news. I know it's really shocking, and quite frankly, I can understand if people are upset with me for breaking it, but, you know, it's my job as a showrunner to be impartial. No matter the news, I need to be able to report it, you know. These are trying times. These are trying times, and, you know, when I got the word in my ear from production that it was finally free to follow for _, you know, I hated that news personally, but
Wait, you hated it?
What? Sorry, I think I've said too much.
Oh man.
I hated it because I want it to be expensive.
But why?
So, be,
Because what a steal.
what
We're
a
talking about free here.
steal.
because then you could
Oh, whoops,
because
I forgot.
what will happen then is that you'll make a lot of money.
So
Well, it's free, and they should, I guess, consider.
that trick you did with the motorcycle, obviously because you were on a motorcycle, you weren't affected by gravity. But it's called the scooter clip. We've known about it since like forever.
Yeah,
But
it's a really old glitch.
It's my favorite because like there's like a hidden motion control mechanic. This isn't even like anything to do with the mod.
Yeah,
But there's a hidden motion control mechanic that like if you turn your controller essentially in any direction, like you add a little bit of tilt to it so that you can like basically like lean the motorcycle in different directions and stuff. The idea is that you turn your controls or basically upside down in order to get Mario's nose to just squeak through the cage. But like when you do it with your Joy-Cons and you've got them detached, it looks like you play guitar, and I love
like
that.
this is what it looks like when I do it. I'm hopefully you guys can see this, but that's what I do with my controllers whenever I'm doing that strat, and it's honestly really funny. Most people play on Pro-Con, so it looks more like that, but
I mean, it's honestly pretty funny anyways, because like if you're playing on Pro-Con, it like a lot of people like really try to over exaggerate it, so it kind of looks like they're trying to control a bus that's like gone off the road, which is kind of funny to me. But
Hey, Dangers.
Hi.
Do you want to do your best impersonation of your favorite band member, and I'll do mine?
OTEP.
Yow!
Yo, that's a good band member.
Hey, yo, yours was a good band member.
I like the impressions.
We should get together and form a band sometime.
Yeah, I will only
What
do
would
it.
your band name be?
Yeah, OTEP, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, OTAP. I like it.
And I think it's crucial, and I don't know if you agree, Dangers, but we can't have any lyrics that aren't yeah or OTEP or like, wow!
Certainly.
Okay, I'm just glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Fur, would you like to participate?
I'm afraid.
Hey, everybody's afraid their first time doing a yeah or an OTEP. I get it.
A yeah or an OTEP. But
We've all been
I
there.
feel like I'm picking a side because one of you used OTEP and one of you is Yao.
Isn't there a third
and there's
noise?
only 3 of us here.
Isn't there a third noise?
Well, there is a Daddy Fong. I don't know if she's in the band, but she is writing some pretty influential stuff.
Wow. Okay, well, Fur, just make a decision. Neither Dangers nor I will be hurt either way. Just know that.
I don't know if I can make this decision. It's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we really wanted you in our band.
I'm actually
But it's okay.
I'm sorry.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh no.
Dangers, the show is
I'm
yours.
sorry.
Dangers, I'm too upset to ever do the show again.
But how will I ever find any more challengers that are approaching?
Dangers, I meant to tell you this, but the approaching has been in you all along.
So I was approaching the whole time.
It's
I
in your blood.
It makes sense now.
You're ready to find all the other challengers once every 2 weeks.
I believe in you, Dangers. You've got this.
I'm gonna
I
go.
will be sure to approach them.
I'm gonna go yow in the corner if that's okay with everybody.
It's all right with me.
Okay.
It's actually decent timing because coming up in this next kingdom, there is unfortunately a soft lock with the mod with specifically the Moonjump. So I'm gonna have to briefly open up the console essentially and restart the game to disable the Moonjump part of the mod momentarily.
Yeah, so we're actually gonna cut to Fur's wonderful face, and you're gonna get to watch him diligently look at a screen. And we can do that right now, actually.
Right now.
And
Do they see my face?
gosh, I hope so.
I do see your face.
You do see my face?
I sure do.
So yeah, Fur is having to switch some things around because Snow Kingdom is not completable with Moonjump on.
If you guys have ever played the game, all of the moons in this kingdom before you save it are inside the town. And if you remember this, if you remember the whole moon gravity mechanic is that like if you are at a fixed height, you don't go down.
Yeah, basically.
And so the game spawns you in at the top of this hole, and then it doesn't lower you because it doesn't know how. So that's why we need to fix it.
Yeah. There are
Tech just
versions.
there's just two of you.
Just two.
The game feed was replaced with a second version
are they
of
looking
you.
at each other though? Like,
Oh no.
'cause they should be. They should be.
Oh, we could mirror them.
No, your
right, so-
webcam is currently looking off to my wonderful followed
Well,
channels.
I've got us back in game, so if they're able to swap it back.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, sweet.
Oh
Just
my
wanted
God.
to make sure.
What if me and the mirror version of me kissed on the GDQ stream?
Oh my god.
Unless.
So is this easier or more difficult to manage?
It's a sudden change I have to deal with, but I think it'll be okay. The moon jump does help a lot with like some things, but overall it can be a pain sometimes too. I will say the only downside though with the hyperspeed is Mario's actually moving too fast, so the game won't let me triple jump, which is something I find very interesting. Because normally, like, the game won't let you triple jump if you're moving too slow, but for some reason you can also be moving too fast and the game just won't let it happen.
Well, the game gets confused, obviously.
No, of course. If I was a video game and Mario was moving that fast, I would be confused. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. Wait, can you do... In this sub area, there's that trick where you like gain more speed than you're supposed to have by jumping off of the thing and carrying your momentum while it's moving. Can you even get further?
Not really, because this game does a pretty good job of not letting you move too quickly in the air as Mario. So like you'll see I'll be moving really fast, but then I just will lose a lot of it as I go in, a lot of that speed as I go into the air. So it's sort of weird. Like there's another weird side effect from like this specific hyperspeed mod I'm using where if I like ground pound jump or a long jump, Mario goes higher, and I couldn't actually tell you why that happens, but it does, and it's interesting. Like somebody might have noticed it earlier, but like that's not Mario's normal ground pound jump height.
No.
It definitely isn't, and like this long jump right here, that's not normal either.
That's how I remember when I played it. I don't know about dangers, but...
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I've played this game a little bit. It seems normal to me. I don't know.
Are you sure?
That would be quite the stunning realization if we found out that the whole time we had all been playing on the vanilla version and Fur was actually playing on a modified version that made his game slower.
That would be something if nobody noticed. Though there is sort of a story where there's a lot of really weird things with load times on the Switch, and early on, like year one of this game being ran, I found out I was losing like I think it was like somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds because I was on a different version of Switch firmware that just happened to be slower.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. I think there was actually another runner recently that found out something similar, and it kind of sucks, to be honest, that even happens.
We gotta go back to the cartridge into console, no software days. just put the thing in the toaster and then close it and turn it on.
Yeah, and after we do Snowdram here, I'm gonna unfortunately have to do it the normal way. Because I don't have the moon jump. I'm gonna have to go back into the sort of console and oh, it isn't.
Oh no.
You just you did legitimate Snowdram first try.
And, you know, there's a part of me that felt
It's a genuinely difficult trick that Fur just did, and in an essentially unmodified way.
I want to say the game is giving me slightly faster airspeed because I am definitely making that jump by a bigger margin than I normally would, but yeah, so once we're in Seaside Kingdom, I'm gonna go back into the thing and change it back so we have the moon jump on as well, because the moon jump is funny. I feel like it's half the fun. So if tech wants to, or production wants to go back to my face, then I'll get that.
I like this game.
In the next kingdom. You like this game?
Yeah.
What do you like about it, Dangers?
That we get to see your face, but bigger.
That's not the game.
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure just a bigger version of your face is the Switch menu, is it not?
Can we get some EWEs in the chat room? Is that possible?
Some EUEs.
Is that even legal?
Is that a part of your show, Ada?
It is now. It is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Challenger approaching EWE is the full title of the show.
I think I would get fired if that were.
All right.
Oh,
I just wanna make sure it's.
For you
are we good?
You must look at a screenshot in the Discord.
Why is that?
You just must.
Oh,
Powerful.
good. I'm happy that this is where we are now.
See, Challenger Approaching has a special sauce that you don't really get on a lot of other shows, which is Railcoon. They run the tech. I think both Railcoon and I understand that this show is stupider. Is that right? Is that the right?
I don't think that's a word, but maybe that's part of the sauce.
It is a sillier show than most.
Sillier show.
In that both Railcoon and I like to have a grand old time.
A grand old time.
And I'm just glad that Fur could be facing his identical twin brother live on stream.
We do look pretty similar. I gotta say.
Shockingly so.
All right, we're good. As you can tell, things are back to normal.
Yeah. It was nice that _Riff was able to join us today.
_Riff.
I heard _Riff got a 3-character username actually.
Oh my gosh.
So they're just _Rit now.
Yeah. They wanted Riff, but Twitch said only _Rit. And they took that deal, so.
Well, maybe I'll have to become Fee _. Maybe Twitch will take that deal.
That would be worse.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, I forgot I got a bit carried away with my regained powers, so I forgot to move. Whoops. I go back in here.
Good news is you can traverse the whole map in a second.
It is, but sometimes when you're moving that fast, it becomes easy to lose yourself, if you get what I'm saying.
Hey, Fur.
Yep.
When you get to Moon Kingdom, can you do me a favor?
I have a really unfortunate news to break to you about Moon Kingdom.
Uh-oh.
So something that happens because Mario.
Oh, his speed is adjusted.
So his like gravity is adjusted in Moon Kingdom or whatever, and that breaks things. So while we're still gonna have some fun things we can do with like the hyperspeed and stuff, So we are going to be able to do a really silly thing at the beginning there.
Okay,
I'm
so
not actually going to have more moon gravity. I'm actually going to have normal gravity.
okay, well, so my request is still valid, actually.
Is it?
Yes. Can you just long jump straight to the door?
I mean, that is actually what we were going to do.
Okay, I'm very pleased to hear that.
We'll line it up and then we'll just go zooming in. Also, I need a cheap for this next trick. Mario may be fast, but I need to be able to do a glitch here, and I need the cheap for the glitch.
Not fast enough to just run out of bounds.
See, there may be a chance because, like, the border wall here is not just like it's not like just some invisible geometry. It's some sort of like force that like pushes you back progressively. So hypothetically, you might be able to like get something to work as just normal Mario, but that's not something I've labbed out. So we're just gonna do it the normal way.
We'll just break the game the regular way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a controversial question.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really controversial. What's your favorite letter of the alphabet?
Danger's, you first.
How dare you ask such a bold question?
I know. You know, I feel like I'm not going to be respected for my journalism in my time. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to make a movie about me 50 years from now to understand the true effect that I've had.
Like, at least 50. It's got to be like 250. But favorite letter of the alphabet? You know, I would say D, but I did get rid of a D in my username, so that would probably be a lie.
Oh, that is true.
See, I was going to say yours is probably either D or H.
H. I do say H a lot.
You do, it is true. You know, Danger's, just for you, I'll say my favorite letter is H.
That's so kind of you. You don't need to take a sacrifice like that just for me.
It's okay. You can pick another letter.
Well, now you just like stole my favorite letter.
That long jump was very enjoyable.
I prefer to use the word borrowed.
Oh, I see. So I can have it back later?
I'll think about it.
I don't think that's how borrowing anyway.
We've got a lot of variation in the chat, surprisingly. Almost no repeats.
Except for H. I'm seeing a lot of H.
Hey, I picked that one.
We've got
sorry, they're borrowing it from you, actually.
Tons of letters are represented.
I don't know if you're going to be getting the letter H back, Dangerous, because if you borrowed it from me and then, or if I borrowed it from you and then somebody in chat borrowed it from me and then the person who posted after that, somebody in chat borrowed it from them and so on and so forth, that's a pretty long chain to get back to you.
I mean, if it's transferring between everybody this fast, I mean, it only has to transfer between 7 billion people before it gets back to me, so it's fine.
I mean, yeah, it'll work eventually.
So you're gonna wait to make your decision, Dangerous?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like
you're gonna wait till you get the H back.
I'd never thought of this question until I boldly thought of it.
Very bold.
Thank you.
Very brave.
I feel like my favorite letter to write is T, but I think Z is far too spicy to pass up on.
Z is a pretty spicy letter. You're not wrong.
I'm glad we had this moment together, everybody.
Glad
Thank you for being a part of it.
I was thinking.
Thank you for being a part of Challenger Approaching with Adolf and co-host Dangers.
Oh, where we ask the meaningful questions that's on everyone's mind. A, what is your favorite letter of the alphabet? And B, what are we approaching? And I think the answer is the heat death of the universe.
Uh-oh.
Slowly but surely.
It was gonna be a challenger.
No, the show is called
You never know what's coming up on this show.
Heat death of the universe approaching.
So when is Neil deGrasse Tyson getting on Heat Death of the Universe approaching?
As soon as he responds to my Twitter tweets.
Understandable.
I was really hoping I could get a bullseye there where the ground pound was just right above the moon, but I missed.
Wow, the spin jump looks really bizarre.
What that? I hate to break it to you, but that's mostly normal.
I don't know, from top down, for some reason it looked strange, but you're right. I mean, on second look, it looks exactly normal.
Dangers, you like my new strat in here? I've been working on it.
There's like something tells me that like it would have been faster to just use the captures.
I think you're right, especially since he just bonked.
God, there's a chance it would have, if I had the, if I was thinking more. Sometimes I don't do a lot of that. I would have ground pounded right at the start of the room, and you know how ground pounds go.
Yeah, you go.
I have
exactly
just
like
Saw there for a moment. I had to cut it off though.
I have just looked at the after image because since I'm seeing you in mostly real time, and then the stream gets you like 15 seconds later or something, I saw what I thought was strange. You missed a spin jump input, and when you jumped, you were slowly rotating.
No.
And it looked very weird.
This is one of those moments where the low gravity is really not helping.
Should have just clipped in, Five Head.
I don't even think that's something you can do. I mean, if you mean the clip with the turn up to get the moon,
yes,
that's not possible on this version. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Oh my god. Thank you.
That's gonna be an EWE for me, dog.
Yeah, now
that's gonna be an EWE for
welcome
me,
to ADUP's new show, Challenger Appreciating.
I love it.
Oh my god. I don't know that it can be that wholesome. I don't think that can be done.
Why not?
I can't do that on a regular basis.
Oh no.
Half my brand is sarcasm. I can't.
You can't.
It's half sarcasm.
I mean, it's only
it's half
once every 2 weeks.
I mean,
so,
yes, but I'm filling one half of my time with sarcasm and one half with OTEP.
That's a good point.
Here, I would just go straight to the pot, but I really do not trust myself.
Wait, if you go straight to the
Something's gonna
pot,
go wrong.
is the moon even there?
It should be, but Lunshin's weird, and I don't entirely understand all the sequence breaking parts of it that you can do, because there is some interesting things you can do in it with the right strats, but it's weird. It was something I was really interested in delving into at some point, but did not happen.
All right, I have another engaging question.
I swear if it's our favorite number.
All right, I have a different engaging question. What's your favorite special character that is found on a keyboard?
On a keyboard? See, I'm looking down at my keyboard, but this isn't helping because my keyboard doesn't have like A, B, C, D, E.
You have blank keycaps?
Custom. Well, they're not blank. They're themed off of the first game I used to speedrun. There's some lore building stuff in that game with like its own unique characters, and it has that on it or things based on that. So I can't really look at it and be like, oh, that's a colon.
Now that's a thing doctors say.
That is true. That's what my doctor says.
Every time I go in, he will not shut up with that. I mean, like, I'm trying to get other parts of my body analyzed. He's like, nope, that's a colon. I'm like, I know.
You know what my favorite one is?
Yeah?
What?
I think my favorite one is this. And that's because we have 700 different kinds of brackets, but this bracket in particular is like, oh, I do say.
Oh, the curly brace?
Yes.
I'm an ampersand man myself.
Okay,
I
that's a
can
good
respect
choice.
it.
Though I do love a good square bracket, I must say.
So instead of avoiding the dragon's attacks, we're just gonna let him do his thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, the arena is gone. You might want to...
Don't worry about that. Also, in case if anyone was wondering, yes, we can skip the wire, but I did not do it because it is slow. All right, hopefully I timed this right.
Oh wow,
If not,
the
I'm gonna take
electric,
damage.
the electric like fractal pattern looks gorgeous from above.
Yeah, I can do it again.
I would really like that.
I'm sort of surprised this kingdom actually has something that stops us up here, because some of the other kingdoms just feel like they don't, and you just keep going. Oh, I'm probably gonna be a bit late down. but
Look at
that's fine.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
That is splendid. From below
It's a
it,
perspective you normally don't get to see.
from the ground, it's just so nothing. But from above, it's really something.
Yeah.
That's really all the commentary I have on the matter. Right? Dangers, anything to add? You are my co-host. You should talk more.
It's true, you are dangerous.
What am I paying you for God's sake?
Wait, I'm getting paid?
Not if you don't know you're not.
Well, now my brain hurts. So thank you guys for inviting me on the show.
Oh, you're
It's
welcome.
been- It's
You're
been
welcome.
great.
Oh, you're gone?
I just need a moment to fix my brain. So let's
Okay.
be a moment.
Your brain.
Okay.
All right.
All
It's
right.
been a moment.
This
How
is
you feeling?
this was the patented Dangers moment. It happens every show.
Every show.
The,
Every show.
I'm here every week.
The Dangers
we gotta
moment.
we gotta have a moment.
If we don't have a Dangers moment, was it really Challenger approaching?
That's a good point.
This is what differentiates us from Challenger appreciation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. That's the show that only happens on Mother's Day and Father's Day. So, you know, if by some blessing my show that's on Fridays happens on a Sunday, a specific Sunday in May or a specific Sunday in June, then it'll be Challenger appreciating, and it'll be Challenger appreciating our parents.
So, when am I going to get the royalties for Challenger appreciating?
When I make money off of that name.
All right. Yeah, good to know.
Fur, can you skip one of these wires for me? Can you just...
All right. I'll do it just for you.
Oh, I'm Challenger appreciating you right now.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh my god, he's Challenger appreciating me.
All right, we'll do this one. I'm not doing this for any more because, as you can probably tell, this is a little bit slower. But we're getting there. And now we get to fall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dangers, what do we say to the nice man?
I'm gonna stomp on your head now.
Okay,
What?
I think we're talking to the wrong nice man, but we'll work on
I
it.
don't know. I saw the nice man. I saw what Fur was doing, so I extrapolated the data.
Okay, I cannot argue with that interpretation.
Just working with what I got. Just working with what I
That's
got.
all we can do.
It's true. Like how I have to work with the shenanigans Mario puts up with in this, yeah. This
Yeah.
experience.
This
gaming experience.
Yeah.
Hey, Adif,
Hey, dangers.
you know what rhymes with hollow der Thunderbore?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Well, I'm glad you asked because it's follow for underscore.
What? Is that even true?
I mean, it's not untrue.
Is it?
That just
I don't know if I believe
that
you.
just came out of nowhere.
It really did.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were on Challenger appreciation. That's my mistake. My
Yeah,
mistake.
I think this show was. What did you say early? Challenger approaching the heat death of the universe.
Yeah, we're just approaching it.
Okay.
That's the name. That's the new name of the show. We're just
That's the new name of
approaching
the
it.
show. Did you send that over to the production? Did you get approval?
I don't need approval. I'm like 10.
don't
I'm
need
like 10 security levels higher than that.
10. That's a lot.
Yeah. I actually am gonna, you know, maybe one day if he's good enough, I'll give Dangers his own spin-off.
His own spin-off.
Yeah, it's not his own show, it's a spin-off.
Of course.
Of course. It's one of the few areas I can just
I have a real question in the chat that actually warrants a legitimate answer. Does he actually have to collect these moons? Can't he just jump over the gates?
So, a lot of kingdoms have a sort of story progression where if I were to like skip the story moons, I would not be able to fight Bowser because he just would not be there. Sorry, not Bowser, but the Mecha Brutal. There is a small chance I'm wrong about that because there's, I think, some rare exceptions, but I'm pretty confident this is not one of them. Like, I definitely remember, like, talking about this at some point with some people, and I'm fairly confident that Bowser's Kingdom is one of the kingdoms that is the case, and you actually have to do the story and everything.
Yeah, because we've apparently discovered some tricky ways to cross some of these boundaries without these crazy mods, but
yeah,
it just
you should
so
be able
happens.
to do it all in 2-player with CRCs, I think.
That is true, yes, but even like this right here, I believe that if you are a trick jumper, you can make it across to where that closed door is. However,
yeah,
nothing happens. Like, Bowser is not there. He's just nowhere to be found.
You also, just plain and simple, need a certain amount of moons to progress, so...
yeah,
That is true.
If we could skip the story moons, I want to say, like, especially in this mod, it would be beneficial because there's a longer cutscene associated with the story moons than like other random moons throughout the kingdom. So yeah, but it's just, the game was just programmed in a way to prevent that sort of stuff. Oh, I should definitely ground pound to get up this so we can just...
The way Discord cut that off, it sounded like a legitimate laser beam. I don't know.
Can confirm.
I don't know if Danger's experienced that, but
I definitely experienced a laser beam.
it's really something.
I cannot wait for you to fight this thing for...
Yep, this is called Pokino, I think.
Yeah, all the speedrunners do it.
Yep. Funnily enough, this would probably be a bit easier if I was not in grab. Alright, so if anyone gets queasy easily, I'm gonna advise you to look away for a moment because there's something I have to do.
He's gonna neum, chat.
This is like the one area in the game I can actually move with crouch and not like fly into the air. So I'm going to take advantage of it until I'm able to fight Mech more. Also, I forgot, if you go too high in this fight, the game has a little trigger that'll put you into a bubble and bring you back to the ground. I don't actually know why that's there, but it is there.
I want you to know that that movement was exceptionally cursed.
I mean, as it should be.
Now, I have to ask, why did you hit Harry at first?
You know, I'm just not even thinking at this point. You sort of, once you become all-powerful like this, you sort of just lose track of what you're doing and get really distracted.
Does Thanos think after he gets the gauntlet? Dangers, we gotta... Can I pull you aside for a second, Dangers?
Oh, gosh,
you wanted to see me,
so
sir?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like that question was not... That was beneath you, so...
Ooh, I'll do better next time.
Okay, why don't you go back in and ask a question right away?
It keeps happening.
So fur_, why is it that you keep hitting your head?
Now that is...
I promise I'm trying not to.
That's a challenger
But-
approaching level question right there. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta
I
stoop.
was trying not to, but you know, sometimes you just make stupid mistakes and it just keeps happening, and then it happens again. And that was one of those instances. I promise I'm good at this game. Whoops.
That was really delightful.
Yep. And we're coming up to that thing you were looking forward to earlier.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Here's a question. Should we throw to a break for the cliffhanger?
I mean, there's only a few minutes left in the run.
That's true.
Like 5 minutes.
That's true.
So, I mean...
All right, fine. The people will get what the people want.
Of course, of course.
Which is more gaming.
I'm a fan of gaming, so...
I'd hope so.
Yeah, we briefly touched on this earlier, but Moon Kingdom's a bit weird. And because Mario's, like, stats have been changed for, like, movement speed and stuff like that, it kind of breaks in Moon. So where it would normally give us low gravity, it sort of just reverts back to normal gravity. But in spite of that, we've still got some fun stuff with our speed going on. So we're actually still able to just launch ourselves to the church here. Or the wedding hall, or whatever you want to call it.
Wouldn't that be handy on a Sunday morning? You can't motivate yourself to go to church, so you just launch yourself to the church?
Yep.
I think that we've got a nice little Christian doctrine in the works here.
I think so.
We'll just phone the Pope and tell him everybody should have super speed.
Yeah, as you can see, everything looks normal, but don't worry, it's okay. Because we're just gonna line ourselves up. That looks about right. You think that's good, Adaf?
Yeah, hit it.
There we go.
And that's exactly what I wanted.
That was, yeah, perfect.
I'm glad it's exactly what you wanted.
And the crouching kind of looks like the 3D World trick where you crouch on the ice.
That's true.
Yeah. This is another instance where I can sort of just fly over everything to avoid Bowser. But unfortunately, this one does not have a ceiling, so if I wanted to just like hang out above the arena while Bowser's doing this fire attack, we sort of just keep going. And I should really go back down now.
Oh, I mean, the fire looked pretty cool.
Everything looked really cool.
You know, we went higher than I thought in that short time. I think we're almost there. Oh, yep, there's Bowser.
He just kept fighting without you.
He did.
That was
okay.
That was not a problem for him.
if we grab the hat in midair, we sort of just hover there.
Mario's just like arms out, legs out.
Yep. Let's see if I can get the fast strat here that we normally do in the speed runs. So I can just be floating in front of Bowser's face again. Oh, never mind. I took damage. I'm sorry. I tried.
It's okay. It's the thought that counts.
Now I gotta be really careful not to die, because it can be easy to take damage when you're moving this fast. All right. So now we're in the final sequence. I'd like to believe that if I tried hard enough, I could circumvent Bowser entirely and make it to the final room and hit the loading zone to trigger credits. But unfortunately, I'm not skilled enough to do that. And truthfully, I don't know if anyone is. So we're gonna have to just capture Bowser, who's not affected by any of the hyperspeed and stuff, because captures aren't in general. It just finished it off like it's a normal speed run, and nothing weird was ever happening here in this stream. This
All right,
is a
don't
normal
worry.
Odyssey 80% speed run.
Don't worry, I got this. There's a really cool trick coming up, and it's called
I don't know
2DS.
that trick.
Oh,
You're like the only person. Well, not the only, but you've actually done it in runs.
so you're telling me that every trick, you're just gonna crush my hopes and dreams?
I guess so.
I'm crying and sobbing on the internet.
Sobbing.
Sobbing.
That,
But yeah, it's one of those tricks that correct me if I'm wrong, but like the standard any percent world record, in spite of being as optimized as it is, does not do it yet, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that just sort of goes to show how hard it is, and it's right at the end of the run too. So yeah, it does save like 7 seconds. Is that
seven?
Correct?
7 if you get it on the first try. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it on the first try, it saves what? No time?
I think you can do it as well. I guess it depends on where you mess it up, but you can do it like 2 or 3 times and kind of break even. But
That's not horrible.
the odds of you getting it in the first 3 tries is basically none. So
That's what we
I just like
to
going
hear.
for it. I just like going for it because I think that, you know, on the rare occasion, you know, for example, Calithon 2020, when you do get it, you go wild and crazy stuff happens.
Danger's gone wild.
It's one of those things.
Danger's gone wild. I don't know
Danger's
if
gone
we
wild.
can do that on this show, Ada.
Oh,
Well, maybe on your spinoff.
Maybe.
on your spin-off. Oh my gosh.
Get
And
ready
then
on time.
That's time right there.
Wow.
Sorry, I should have cued you a bit earlier, but
Good games.
good games. What time was that? I want to know how
It was
much slower it was
a
than
high
my
108.
PB. A high 108. So that was
Or sorry, mid 108.
about mid 108. So that was about like 7 minutes slower than my actual 20% PB.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
And guess what, gamers? That's not even the end of the show.
It's not.
No, there's more gaming. So gamers, I'm going to ask you to stick around. We're going to have more fur, more challenger approaching, I guess more dangers. And
I might show up. We'll
He
see.
might.
we're going to have a different Super Mario Odyssey mod. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's going to be a spicy little surprise. You got to stick around. We'll be back in just a few minutes. So get up, walk around, stretch your legs, get a glass of water. We'll be right back just after this.
Heck yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is Adef. This is Challenger Approaching, the run that showcases challenge runs and the runners that perform them. Gamers, we just had Fur on showing some Super Mario Odyssey Hyperspeed plus Moonjump mod speedrunning nonsense. We're going to have more Mario Odyssey here in just a second, but a few quick announcements. Your gift subs, Amazon Prime subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support our weekly hotfix content, and that's shows like this. It's like this one. So thank you for supporting our shows. Information on all of our hotfix shows, including Challenger Approaching, is available at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. From there, you can find out more information about submitting your runs to any of our weekly shows. And with that, Fur, what are we doing now?
Now we're doing Superstar mode. So this is probably the most popular like Odyssey mod because it's basically the mod that takes Mario Odyssey's base game and tries to make it harder by making various changes. And when I say make it harder, I mean like some of the overworlds in certain kingdoms are changed, every sub area is different and stuff like that. So we're basically going to be going through in some kingdoms you'll see very stark and like crazy changes, but in others the overworld will be the same, so we'll follow like roughly an 80% route, but every sub area we go into will have some sort of twist to it to make it harder essentially.
Fur, I didn't even ask. What's a good estimate for this? What should I put on the...
What's a good estimate for this?
That's like the generous estimate.
A generous estimate? I would put 210. I should not go over that. That's like worst case scenario.
Consider it done.
All right. But yeah, other than that, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, give a countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Superstar mode. It's a mod by Skelix, and like I said, it's basically just a mod that aims to make the game harder.
Oh, Fur, I also have a request that I should have asked in the break, but I didn't. Perhaps
what's the request?
in the cutscenes in between Cap and Cascade, if you could share your OBS window on Discord so that Dangers and I can hear the game audio, that would just be... That would change my life, I think.
If I shared the OBS window in Discord, would that actually share the game audio?
It depends how you're capturing the game. If you're capturing the game in OBS directly, then maybe. If you're capturing the game in an external program and then putting it into OBS, then no, you'll have to capture that window.
Huh.
I
can try.
Fur, why are you going so slow?
Because we don't have the hyperspeed on Dangers. I can't just skip to the very end of the kingdom like I did before. I have to actually play the game. And now there's more stuff in my way. Like here they got rid of the frogs, so I have to climb up without them, which is just not fair.
I did not.
At least they gave you that block.
I didn't know that was
there.
They
do. That is not normally there. I'm pretty sure. And that jump is possible without the block, but it's really annoying, so I don't do it. Yeah, for some context, the any percent world record for this mod is around an hour and 20 minutes. It's my CJ. And my PB right now, because there's a few things in the run that, in a way, can sort of like bottleneck you. And I've struggled with those in all the runs I've gotten. Mine's around an hour 50. So it's something I know I can definitely improve on. But I mean, there's a chance this run we get here is just like an hour and a half or something like that. Because definitely capable of times like that. It's just, this mod is very hectic and will beat you while you're down sometimes. So we'll sort of just have to see what happens. All right, I'll try and do that for you real quick, ADF.
If it doesn't work on the first try, I'll let you know, and we can just, Dangers and I will do a little Spotify listen along, and I'll cater his experience for him.
That would be fantastic. Thank you for considering your co-host.
So is it a share your screen or?
Yeah, share your screen in OBS.
Okay. For that?
I do not believe we have sound. Okay, that's fine.
That is unfortunate.
You can stop streaming whenever you've got a second down. You know.
I will do that when I have a chance.
All right, I'm opening my Spotify for you, Dangers. That's just how good I am.
All right, so some people have probably noticed they've done some palette swapping in this kingdom, and there's been some changes. The dinosaur's now roaming around. Chain Chomp's gone, so we have to use the dinosaur to break the block here. And there's some other changes, but since we only need to get a few moons in this kingdom, we're not really going to see many of them. But, yeah.
So you had to go get that dino to break open that block.
I had to. The mod maker even went out of their way to patch it so you cannot clip out of bounds and go under the platform there and grab the moon that way.
That is some
that's
dedication.
Something you can do, but there's like something there that doesn't let it happen.
So for underscore, why are you not doing 2 DSS right now?
Because I have not. You mean?
Or,
DSS?
Sorry, 1 DSS, yes. There's a lot of DSSs in this game.
We're gonna do half of it, but I am not very good at DSS. I can do it. It's just it would be slower than me not doing it because it would take a little bit. All right, so the boss fight here. Basically, what they did is, heck, they took essentially the boss fight in Moon Kingdom, which is the one that has a billion hats, and plopped it over into this kingdom. They did the same thing in Topper earlier, where they essentially just took the harder version of the fight that already exists in the game and used it as a means to make this base boss fight a little bit harder. But since it's still pretty early on, I guess there's not really much of a reason to make it anything crazy, which is perfectly fine with me, to be honest.
I think part of the reason this mod is so impressive to me is just how early it came out, like originally. I know they released not all of it all at once, but it's what, like 2019?
It was early. I don't know if it was 2019 or it might have even been initially in 2018, but it was early. And this is like, I think, the 8th update to it, if I have that right.
I don't know, but I know what I have right is that you should follow twitch.tv/fur_ on Twitch.
Adaf, what are you doing?
Trying to plug my friends. Okay?
Okay. I'll respect it.
That's it.
Wow, this really is Challenger appreciating.
Dangers, I've got the I don't know if you've joined my Spotify, but I've got it ready for you.
So I see. It is allowing me to join.
That's so good.
I think. Please hold on that, actually.
Okay, I'm holding. I'm watching Fur play a very hard game.
What the game wants us to do there is like take the dino down there and break that, but there's a little bit of room where we can just sort of squeak through the top there.
Wow, was that collision one-sided as well?
It was, and I would imagine that's, you know, I don't know why that's the case. They might have just reused collisions from, like, reused some of the blocks from somewhere else in the game that was also one-sided collision. Because, I mean, you want to avoid getting the player stuck if they do manage to get, like, somewhere they're not supposed to be, right?
Right.
All right, so Sand Kingdom is probably one of the kingdoms that has one of the biggest changes in it. All the sand, so all the sand you will see coming up, it damages me. Every single bit of it.
That's not very nice.
That's unfortunate.
It's not very nice. So we have to use some creative movement to get around parts of the kingdom.
But Fur, it just looks like regular sand. Oh, there's a platform there that's not usually there.
And there is a platform there that's not usually there. Also, since I'm sure people are curious, the mod maker changed the moon. That's why that's like that, to sort of like incorporate their logo into it, which is a cute touch in my opinion. And this is already going poorly. I promise I'm good at this game.
He promised.
I did promise. Watch this. Oh. Look at me go.
I'm watching you go.
Are you proud of me, Ada?
More than you could possibly know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was a neat trick you did with the hat spin throw there.
See, we're gonna pretend that was intentional. I just wanted to get it out of the sand. All right, so quickly here, I'm just gonna change the date on my Switch because this is something normally in a standard any % speedrun, you would set your date before the switch or before you start the run, so that daylight savings time happens in the middle of the run, causing the seed to grow instantly. But since Superstar mode's a bit wacky and I definitely could not get it down to like a plus or minus like 10 seconds in terms of like consistency with like when that happens, we're just gonna change it manually to take advantage of the trick. Also, that bird is not normally that high. And this next sub area is changed in a way that frankly I don't understand, but I know where the moon is, so it's okay. There's some invisible platforms in here, and it's just, it's something. That's all I'll say.
It's breaking my brain a little bit.
It is. Just don't think about it too hard. And I think you'll be okay, Dangerous. Wait, I'm going with that one instead. Frankly, here I'll probably just take damage to make my life easier. Grab the checkpoint, and thankfully, the mod maker was kind, and this moon is still here, so we're gonna grab this. And now you may notice something different about the background here, but there's no more quicksand.
The floor is lava.
It's been replaced with nacho cheese.
Oh, nacho cheese, right. Sorry, the floor is nacho cheese.
Yeah, it's lava. I like. It looks like cheese or something, though. Oh, I just died. That icicle right there is very finicky, and you can only wall jump on certain parts of it. And I tried to wall jump on the wrong part, so as a result, we are dead.
That's not just in the mod either.
That's not just in the mod. That's just how that icicle works. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's how the icicle works, and by that we mean it just doesn't.
Exactly. So we want this bullet bill to spawn in, and we'll grab him. There would normally be a moon up here, but they added a timer challenge to it to make it a bit trickier. But we're a speedrunner, so it's not much of a problem.
Timer schmimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's one of those classic one-liners I've come to expect from my co-host.
Yep, and I got it from my father. That's what my father used to say.
That's what your father used to say? Also, there's something, in my opinion, this is really interesting. So, the mod maker went through the trouble of changing the text in all of these questions, so this isn't what you'd normally see in-game. But they were not able to change which box was the correct answer. So I actually don't know the answers to any of these questions, but I used to speedrun a category that would get all of the Sphinx moons, so I have them all memorized. So I know that it's always the first text box, the second text box, the first, the fourth, and then the fourth. And because of that, we just already know all the answers.
And what's funnier about that too is that it's not because we actually knew the answers to the questions, because when we speedrun this game, we typically do it in a different language, do it in Chinese.
Yeah.
So we didn't even necessarily know the answers to the questions anyways. We just knew the location of the boxes that we needed.
Exactly.
You seem to be in a bit of a predicament here, friend.
Yeah, I'm just sort of dealing with the damage.
I didn't know that there was a platform under that moon.
I think there is in this case.
Box.
I thought you were a goner.
Well, fortunately, I was not. In the Sphinx room, they added some little friends for us. I think those enemies are called coin goombas, if I'm remembering right. Do you know if that's accurate, Dangers?
I couldn't tell you for sure.
You couldn't tell me for sure. Maybe somebody in chat knows.
They're
Let me know if I'm wrong.
little men.
What'd you say?
Little men.
Little men.
You know, I don't think that's the official name, but I'll take it.
No, it's the much anticipated sequel to Little Women.
Oh.
It's just about them.
All right, so I promise I'm not doing something stupid here.
Fur, you're doing something
He
stupid.
promised.
Nope, there's an invisible platform there for some reason. I don't know why, I couldn't tell you, but it has a moon on it, and it's fast.
So, okay, now bear with me here.
Mm-hmm.
I am but a wee lad who's never done this before.
Yes.
How do I know that's there?
See, I'm pretty sure if you bring a Jaxi over, you can, or not a Jaxi.
It's one of the sunglass guys.
Yeah, you can see all the invisible platforms with sunglass guys, though I don't exactly know how you would get one of the sunglass guys over here, but I'm assuming if you did, you would see it. But that's not actually one of the moons I found casually when I originally played this mod, so I couldn't say with 100% certainty that's how you get it. Also, this moon I'm trying to get now is very, very obnoxious. I have to go up this with the bullet bill without the bullet bill exploding, just like that. And then that gives me enough height to hit this box that has a moon in it.
Again, this mod is impressive.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of work put into it. There's not a ton of like super crazy Odyssey mods out there, but this is definitely one of like the better ones. It's one of the ones I personally like a lot, even if I do have like 1 or 2 issues with it. Also, I'm just waiting to grab these coins because normally when you would do a speedrun in superstar mode, you'd have hint art, but because I've hardly connected this Switch to online, my game does not actually have the hint arts at all, which are like these little, they're these little things Nintendo added after the game came out, basically. That were
it was like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, it was sort of like a treasure hunt.
There are hint arts in the game, and those hint arts, like they're just like pictures plastered on the walls, and they lead you to locations in other kingdoms to get moons. But as kind of an add-in, I suppose, they started releasing some of these pictures on Twitter and on their social medias, and they would reveal the location of things, of 200 coins, basically, if you ground pounded in the correct spot. So I guess they exist in this mod as well, but only if you've connected to the internet, because it needed to have updated.
You had to have connected to the internet sometime after you updated your Switch, which I have not done. So, yeah. Also, if people are thinking, wow, that moon that I just grabbed there at the end was dumb, in the mod maker's defense, Nintendo did the exact same thing with some purple coins in this game, where they're just kind of randomly off the edge of the kingdom. So, I feel like it's justified.
Also, I feel like it fills the pseudo Kaizo energy of this mod.
Yeah. Because it definitely does have that sort of energy to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, Snow King, or I was about to say Snow Kingdom. Lake Kingdom's coming up next, and it's cold, like Snow Kingdom, which is why I said Snow Kingdom. They added some little, like, snow to the ground, and the water's cold. It's cute. It's snowing. Look at that. And now I'm freezing to death. Wonderful.
This reminds me of that one kingdom, pardon me, that one galaxy in SMG1 where you freeze over the lake.
Oh,
and then you ice skate on it? Freeze
Might have been Galaxy. Well, I think Galaxy 2 is the one you're thinking of.
Am I?
Yeah, because there is a level that you like swim through a cavern, and then there's penguins, and then you do exactly that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. What's that one called?
I don't remember what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Can you freeze over the lake for underscore?
No, but the lake is cold.
I see.
I see.
Also, there's bullets in the lake.
You made a joke and you didn't even know it. Dangers.
That's true. This is why I am the co-host and you are the host.
So Dangers, what's this trick coming up here?
I don't want to say it.
Well, I'm actually doing it though.
Oh, this trick is called Lake Clip, and you put Cappy through the wall, and then Mario, he rolls and he follows him, and then you can go out of bounds.
Yes, basically. Like, there's a small little, like, area in that wall that if you hit it at the right angle, you can clip out. And with some fancy movement, you can use that to combo some moons together that you would not normally be able to get this fast.
Both of these moons are in the regular game, by the way, in exactly these same places.
They are. Just a little bit harder to get to with the mod because there's no painting up here, and the water's frozen, so getting to the chest moon in the, like, frozen underwater corridor is a bit harder.
How are you intended to get the chest moon with not that clip?
See, I don't know. I think there might be a trick jump or something you can do, but I'm not 100% sure. Because it would be a post-game thing if it was. That's when that moon becomes available, right? The timer one, Dangers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you can do it after you've achieved peace.
Okay.
I've achieved inner peace.
Then you can get that moon just fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
so either if that moon is still in the mod, you would either do it with the trick jump there, or there's probably some other timer challenge. There's something that you can get it during. I would imagine it's possible without the use of the glitch, but who knows, honestly. This is a very chaotic mod at times.
For underscore, I think you know what
Yes.
question I'm about to ask.
Is it the favorite number question again, Ada?
No.
Oh, then I don't.
He doesn't know the question.
Oh my
He
gosh.
doesn't know.
What is your favorite kingdom?
I get asked that question so much.
I meant it in this mod.
Specifically in the mod, though,
Yeah.
is what you mean.
I'm sorry my questions can't be too engaging for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I like Sand Kingdom's gimmick. I think it's cute. Just making like essentially one simple change to the kingdom that creates the whole challenge.
You know, I've never heard of taking damage just by touching the ground as cute, but you know, sometimes...
I mean, the idea comes from a children's game, basically. So
He's got you there. He's got you there.
That's true.
wait, that's not the moon.
Flora's Lava.
80% muscle memory was taking over.
Flora's Lava is a terrifying game, truly. Basically, you as a child tell the other children that the one consistent thing in their lives has been taken away. The ground beneath them is now deadly and will kill them at a moment's notice.
I mean, yes.
Anyway, I'm very pro tag and hide and seek, and I'm very anti Flora's Lava.
Very anti Flora's Lava. I hate to break it to you, Ada, but we were... Well, actually, this is good news for you, but when you approached me about doing the mod showcase...
Oh, approach.
There it is. Because I was the challenger. I get it. But there's a mod for this game that essentially turns all of the like floor surfaces into lava. It's a really cool mod. But there's some issues with the...
We can't have that on this show. That goes against my core values.
I'm sorry.
I'm a single issue politician, and my single issue is children shouldn't play Flora's Lava.
Well, heck.
Yeah, come back to us when you have the floor is tag. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. My co-host is really doing it right now.
I got you. Don't worry. This is why I'm here.
I still want to finish the thought, though. There were some issues with like the mod and its like current version where one kingdom lags a ton and Moon Kingdom crashes. So...
See, even the game doesn't like the floor is lava.
Amen.
I like the floor is lava.
I like the Flora's Lava too, just not for children.
It's not for children. It's very much an adult's game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's rated
This is for,
M.
oh, whoops. It's rated M. I'm struggling a bit here. Give me a moment.
Very nice.
Very nice. I think I did that whole area damageless. Pretty good. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. This is one of the kingdoms I mess up the route in a bit because it's weird.
This kingdom's gimmick in this mod is pink.
Yes.
Yep. Just turn the kingdom pink.
But in actuality, I wouldn't say the kingdom itself has a gimmick. It's just more so there's a lot of small changes to some of the challenges here that sort of just combine into making it different. And it's pink.
That's the case in most of the kingdoms, though, in this mod, I would say. I would say sand is an outlier.
Yeah. Sand's definitely one of the ones that has like a bigger change to it. And I mean, like I said earlier, not all of the kingdoms even have overworld changes. And that's not gonna work.
The water's not moving, and that threw me off.
Yep. The first time when I was playing this mod casually, I was like, oh, there's a glitch in this room that I can do where I can clip out of bounds so I can avoid whatever challenge they're going to give me. But that specifically requires the water to be moving up and down, so I couldn't do it, and the mod maker had beaten me. I was very sad.
Did you ever recover?
No.
That is really sad.
Mario do be spinning, though.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. There we go. Yeah, there's a little glitch you can do in that room when the water is moving, where if you like ground pound just at the right time when the water's moving down, it'll take you below the floor. It's pretty nifty. I made a video on it once.
YouTube.com/
/fur or /c/simply fur or whatever YouTube does.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/c/simplyfur or whatever YouTube does.
Yep, that's it.
That will definitely take you to the correct place.
It's interesting because you don't have to type the /c, but if you don't type it, it does it for you anyway.
Does it?
Huh?
I don't know.
Have they considered just abolishing the idea?
Oh yeah, I need to get.
It's a very
/c?
strong verb for this.
That's that's a good point. It was the first word that came to mind to remove. But yes, you're right.
Oh, I guess it doesn't. But if you go to the channel from like an external source, it does do the /c. What's the point? I'm sure it has something to do with like having multiple channels under one header or something. I don't know. Literally, who cares? For what's going on in the video game?
What's going on in the video game? We're playing. We're going into the tower here to
Nice
get 2
skip.
moons that
Nice skip.
are gonna be a little bit different. As you can see, it's pink. As Ada said earlier, the gimmick for this kingdom is pink, so to make this area harder, they made it pink. In actuality, this timer challenge triggers lava that slowly will rise now. So
The floor
we'll be okay, but
I think we need to cancel the show.
Why?
The floor is lava.
it's not.
ADF.
It's not the floor.
Oh my god, I didn't
It's
even...
moving upwards.
I didn't even notice. I was having such a good time.
Adef, I promise it's not the floor. It's just lava.
Okay. Well, if it's just lava that happens to be beneath you. I would
Yes.
say, in general, lava is almost exclusively beneath us.
Usually.
If lava's above you, then you are about to have a big problem.
Alright, so there's a few moons we're gonna get before going into the Spewart fight. We're sort of gonna get in a little chain. There's a moon in that rock, we'll get it later.
Yep, just throw it right over there.
Yep. And this can be a bit tricky, so hopefully I get it. I'll maybe I have enough time to set it up again before the moon disappears. Well, that is unfortunate. We're gonna have to do that again. But I grabbed the checkpoint, right?
Yeah, you got the spirit
Oh,
checkpoint, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. There's a part of me that for a moment there felt like I didn't, and that would be unfortunate. So there's a moon in here like there normally would be, but we can't just go the normal way to get it, so we have to go backwards. Which is what we're doing now. Because it's up there, and if you want to get in the front way, it'll block it off. Alright. Now we're going to warp back up to Spewart, and we're going to try that timer challenge moon again. It's a bit of a tricky one. So I need to make sure I throw Cappy in the right spot and travel through the air in sort of just the right way. There we go. That's better. And I should just be able to like long jump back from here instead of warping. Be a bit faster. Alright, so the gimmick in here is that Spewart now has a tower, and I don't have Cappy. Two, what I would call inconveniences.
Challenges.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm kind of screwed up a little, but I think we'll be okay in spite of everything, as long as chat believes in me.
Chat. Believe.
Are they believing hard
Oh,
enough?
well, that is unfortunate. They did not believe hard enough.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is a shame.
Yeah. Hitboxes in this game are a bit finicky, so it's tricky to I need to go around the other way here. There's a wall there. I forget why. I'm gonna wait till he does that, just so I can try and be a bit safer and take less damage. It's not working. I've made a mistake. Yeah, I have like a rough strat for what I should be doing here. I screwed it up.
It's all good, my guy.
Yep. So now we're in another situation where I just have to hope going for the last hit I don't take damage, which, you know, we'll see what happens. Hey, we're good. So now I just need to make sure I don't die in the poison.
Well,
Easy.
easy.
Because this game will mercilessly kill me after the fight. But fortunately, there wasn't much poison. So we're good. We're fine.
Excellent.
So
couldn't you just jump on the scarecrow to get your hat back?
It's in a cage. So like so the cage disappears when you put it on the scarecrow, but if I jump on the scarecrow, the cage will reappear and I'll be in the cage.
So you go to jail if you try and get Cappy back, is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. You can't get out of jail with Cappy, basically. Cappy is a criminal.
Understandable.
Yeah,
and
Cappy
I agree.
actually created the forest lava.
Oh my god, we
That-
gotta get rid of Cappy. Oh,
Yeah, we got to get him
What
out.
a
Specifically for children.
yes.
And I know that's where the problem comes in for ADF over here.
Well, I'm telling you, there's great stability in knowing that stepping off the playground equipment means you're gonna be okay.
What if it's furniture?
You're gonna change your home into lava?
I mean, I feel like that's where most kids
Do you want no space to be sacred in a child's life?
I mean,
We're done debating this. I can't. Look, if you don't see my point of view by now, there's no hope.
there's no. All right, so this is one of my least favorite things in the game. This fight
What do you mean?
sucks.
This looks fine.
This fight sucks, and there's a chance if I take damage at just the right time during one of these animations that the game will crash. But I'm usually pretty good about making sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, sort of have to play jump rope. Do you like that game, Ada? You a jump rope fan?
I was never able to do any of the cool stuff, so I resented the children who were able to do that. But yes, jump rope is good.
But now, what about jump rope
I
is
might
lava?
still take damage here.
I didn't hear you, Dangers, but I know what you said, and it scared me. I assume you said something akin to jump rope plus floor is the L word.
Oh, do we not say that? Yeah.
Not in
we
that
can't.
context.
Understandable. Yeah, I asked if jump rope is lava is acceptable.
Yeah.
I think they had a Mario Party mini game about that
I
once.
think you're right.
Did they?
Yes. It looks like Bowser's playing it with you right now, actually.
Games with Bowser.
his
Yui.
head hitbox. I hate it. If you touch Bowser's head, it'll do damage to you. I think we're not gonna get this first try, unfortunately.
Believe.
No, I mistimed that. Here, let me put this in so I can hear the game.
You haven't been able to hear the game this whole time?
No, usually when I'm doing showcase stuff or talking with people on Discord when I'm speedrunning, I'm just not listening to the game at all.
Why?
Because it overcomplicates my audio setup, and I just don't like bothering with it.
Fair.
But this is the one time tonight that having audio cues would help, because I'll be able to tell how close I am to actually knocking Bowser back, which means I'll better be able to sort of time my punches like that, so I won't take damage. Here I should be good. Yeah, this should be a lot easier now. Whoops. That's whoops.
Dangers, did you just hear what I just heard?
A low growling?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I snorted a bit there.
Discord,
that'll do it.
Discord changed you into a demon for a moment.
Did they?
Wow, this
Also,
is a really not friendly fight, huh?
It is not. One thing I will say about it is it would be a lot easier if the dry bones weren't there. Because the dry bones are positioned in like that perfect spot where if you're fighting Bowser, they will aggro on you, and that's not fun. Well, that was not fun either. All right, we're good.
Very nice.
All right, well, was that 2 tries, I think?
Yeah.
Second try?
All right, that's good. Because that's like one of the 2 things in this run that can take a lot longer than it needs to. Everything else is not that bad. So you may have already noticed something different about this kingdom.
No, this looks perfectly normal, actually.
This looks perfectly normal. Are you sure?
Yep. That purple line going across the screen, that's just, that's just Saturday. You know what I mean?
That's just Saturday.
That's just Saturday.
I just want to take for a moment to like look at that. It's wild.
It is
I don't know,
really.
there's something very satisfying
It's
about
very
it.
technically impressive.
Well, I think what they just sort of did here is took something that was like already in a sub area in this game and.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying like this feels like a larger application of that. Because that sub area doesn't extend this far, does it?
It definitely does not.
I'm just impressed with the Nintendo Switch console.
It's a pretty impressive console, and I feel like this game's optimized pretty well overall.
This seems very tedious.
Oh well, I have to redo it. Don't worry, there's a moon we can get while we're waiting. I'll be honest, I don't know the intended way to get this, but the requirements for the butterfly to respawn are for it to not be on screen. So if you go into first person like that and look away, the butterfly won't be on screen, even if it's going to spawn right on top of you. So
That's also a normal game mechanic, by the way.
it is a normal game mechanic. I'm going to cry if I have to redo this again, Dangerous.
Please don't cry.
That was very poor timing on my words.
Oh, no.
Normally I don't struggle with this, but we're having some issues here. You're kidding me. Me falling was enough for it to... That's unfortunate.
Are you engaged? You feeling engaged yet?
I'm trying my best.
Is this really the fastest way to do these wall jumps?
You can do it with motion controls, but the last time I tried that, it was breaking a little bit. And I don't know if that was something with my Joy-Cons or something else, but I decided this was just the easier, more consistent way to do it, which is why we're doing it like that.
Nice job.
Yay!
I was half expecting you to walk into that shop and there just be like poison piranhas shooting things at you.
I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question, I'll say, but I don't think they have anything like that in the shops, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So this moon right here is one of my least favorites in the run, because the way they changed it, we got it first try, but every time Cappy hits one of those crates, he immediately comes back to you. So if it just can become really, really frustrating really quickly, because they just get in the way. And Cappy will keep hitting them whenever you try and spin throw, and it just makes it really, really hard to actually hit the flowers in the time you have, because you do not have much time. I was supposed to die there, but the platform saved me, so we're just going to warp. The intention was a death warp, but we're not allowed to do that.
Apparently not.
Yep, it's not death warp approaching.
No, it's heat death of the universe approaching.
It's true.
Never get it wrong again, co-host.
Who, me?
What?
What do you mean?
What?
I'm over here saying the right thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'm supposed to be demeaning to you because you're the co-host.
You know, that's fair.
I'm glad you feel that way.
What did you just break just now?
There's a crate back there.
A child's hopes and dreams.
Yep, they started playing the forest lava.
Yep, some of the things in this mod that I've seen that I don't think that would surprise me at this point.
That was impressive for that dive into that under the bridge moon was impressive.
Yeah?
Yeah?
That's actually a normal moon location. It's just harder because of the waves of poison.
I know that. I just still think it's impressive.
Well, maybe chat doesn't know.
Okay,
you know.
well, I'm the host of the show, so...
You are the host, that's true. Alright, so what's up next? Metro?
What's up? Not much. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
Nice. Dangers?
Vibin'.
Ooh. What do you think about my playlist work so far?
It's very good, very chill.
Yes.
Unlike this mod, which is no chill.
Hey, we are actually coming up to a chill kingdom because Metro is one of the kingdoms that actually does not have the overworld changed.
Interesting.
You say that
Yes.
with pause as if there is something that we should be looking out for regardless.
Well, so nothing in the overworld, but we still do have to do like some like subrooms, which all of those in the mod are changed. So like when we're climbing up City Hall like interior, that's gonna be a little different. And I think there's actually only like one sub area we have to do in like day Metro because Metro just has so many moons in it. And we just kind of abuse that in the mod, so we don't have to do anything hard. Because when you're speedrunning, you know, you don't usually go out of your way to do something that's slower and more difficult.
But if the overworld hasn't changed, couldn't you just get 20 moons from the overworld? Or are there not that many?
I mean, you could, probably, but you also, it's a speedrun, so we also want to be fast.
That is a good point.
And the like one sub area we do, I think, is not that bad, to be honest. It's definitely trickier, but
That was
an
exceptionally unfortunate bullet bill.
It was. So normally there would be a moon up here, but oh, whoops. But it's not there. There's normally a chest. So what we need to do is we need to keep going higher. And you're supposed to do another triple jump here, but we can actually just go over here and wall jump. I learned that one watching the Superstar 80% record. Because I definitely remember the way I did that casually was just by doing a triple jump off that falling platform, but it's a lot easier to just long jump to the side and do some wall jumps. Yeah, well, actually, that's not true anymore. Never mind. I was gonna say the route we do here is very similar to the route done in 80%, which I guess is true to an extent, but it's like an older version of the route. So if you like watch speedruns earlier on in this game's lifespan, the route we are doing here is pretty much identical to one of those older routes because it's fast, it works, and Some of the new additions, to my understanding, just don't work very well with the mod. Like, bullet building is one of the newer sub-rooms you do in more modern any percent routes. And I do not remember that being a very friendly room in this mod. I forget what they changed, but some of the sub areas are very painful.
Has this boss been altered at all?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, fortunately, if you
I
want
think
to
that's actually
Fortunately
accomplish
for
it.
us.
Mecha Wiggler's
Like-
already pretty bad.
I could be wrong when saying this, but I'm pretty sure they would have to do something to the overworld to change the fight, because we're like still in just like general metro here. Like we're right in front of City Hall. So they would have to do something like to this area, and I don't personally know if there's much they can do.
I'm seeing a lot
Like-
of love in the Twitch chat for this mod and people expressing that they think it's really cool that this mod is being played by a speedrunner. Gosh dang it. Guess what? That speedrunner that's playing it right now for Underscore does stuff like this like weekly cool mod
Yeah,
stuff.
I've been delving into mod stuff like weekly on my stream because I wanted to try more of it. It's fun, and yeah, it's been a good time so far. I've been wanting to try some more like 3D World Bowser's Fury stuff. But I haven't tried a ton of it yet. But there's actually, for how new of a game it is, there's a decent amount of stuff from what I've heard and seen. So definitely some stuff I want to try out.
That was a pretty sick guitar solo you just played there for
Yeah, it's
Underscore.
nice.
Thank you.
It's nice.
As a matter of fact, Adolf, I think there's actually a Floor is Lava mod for Bowser's Fury.
Are people still talking? Oh, Dangers, we get to do our band, we get to reprise our roles.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
I'm gonna listen to the game audio this time so I can more accurately represent my favorite.
Well, all you gotta do is OTEP, you know?
Well, Dangers is O-tepping.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
are
that's
you
my role.
gay?
Don't steal
I'm
my role.
yowling.
Yow. I understand.
Hi. Oh.
That's one of those sort of like jokes and memes in this game that I never fully understood. But I think it's one of those where there's just nothing to understand. It's just OTEP, you know?
Yow!
Or
It's,
yow.
it's just OTEP.
It's just
Yeah.
O-tep. Alright, I gave my best yow.
What would you rate that, Dangers?
That's a solid, 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7.
Yeah.
I'll take
What's
that.
that as a percent?
I'll get back to you on that
Wait,
one.
I want to try to do it in my head because I just want to.
OTEP?
That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you get back to us once you have your answer. You will be graded on this, Ada,
It's
just so you know.
0.8 0.857
857.
0.857.
So
I believe
86%.
It is 0.857. Let's go.
Well, congratulations, you get an A.
Oh, sweet.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It's long division in my head. So it's really not that hard.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people here that would struggle doing long division in their head. I haven't had to do long division for a while, Ada.
I know, but given my particular area of study, I think it is a you know how, like, if you were a professional musician, it would not be very hard for you to play a scale, whereas I personally would very much struggle to do that.
Ada, play a D major scale.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You know, here, that's gonna disappear before I can get to it. Let me just, we're gonna try this again.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, like, I studied physics, so I think being able to do long division is like a bare minimum for me.
A bare minimum.
Math is not for everyone, but it is for me.
Yeah, this is one of the sub areas we have to do in the route, and if you can get this first try, it's very fast. But if you're struggling, you missed it. You struggle, it's a bit of a pain because it disappears like immediately. It is a very fast timer. And then
Boom,
the other moon in here is not that bad. It's just up here. A little bit higher than normal, but nothing we can't handle.
Hey, co-host and runner.
And runner.
I have a question.
Yes?
Can I drop a hot take in the stream really quick? Is that okay?
I don't know. That sounds a bit controversial.
Maybe.
I just feel like this goes out to all my homies who feel like they quote-unquote can't do math, or math isn't for them, or I can't do mental math. I hear you. I respect you. I am sorry that the education system ever made you feel stupid. People are good at different things, and maybe math just isn't your thing. And that's okay.
That was a take, but I don't know if it was a hot one.
Yeah, I don't think that was a hot take, Ada.
All right, was it just, what was it then?
I don't know. What do you think, Bert?
I'm not really sure, but there might be a pretty hot take for Adolf in this next kingdom.
I swear to God, if there's lava on the ground anywhere, I'm getting up and leaving.
I mean, I'm letting you watch the cutscene.
All right,
you may have noticed something different.
See it.
All right, you'll see yourself out.
So how are you feeling about your new show on Games Done Quick Dangers?
He's seen himself out 8 times. I mean, it's been thrust upon me, and there's a responsibility that I didn't know that I had.
Well,
sorry, I just can't walk out after Dangerous said it's been thrust upon him. I couldn't not come back in.
Oh, well, welcome back. Are you taking your show back now?
Adolf, I have a pleasant thing to tell you. It's not the floor that's lava, it's the water.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dangerous, I'm gonna have to take my show back. Sorry about that.
Okay. It was fun while it lasted. I'll have such fond memories. Such as when
the ground pounds.
Adolf saw himself out at least 7 times.
At least.
At least. That's a lot of times. You know what? I'm just gonna capture this guy.
Seems the consensus in the chat room was that it was a rather lukewarm take. I hope it at least resonated with people. I find educational elitism so annoying. That's all.
True.
Understandable. All right, Dangerous. We're gonna just be getting a pretty normal moon here. You might be familiar with it. It's entrance to Shiveria.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is normally how this goes.
Oh yeah, it's up there, all right.
It's up there, all right.
All right.
We also have another very normal moon coming up, the shop moon.
That makes it sound like it's not.
It is.
Oh.
It's normal.
I know how to do that one. You walk up to the shopkeeper and you press A a couple times.
Yep.
Oh,
now,
and
there's another normal moon coming up. There's the chest moon Dangers. You know how normally you'd get that one. There's the thing's not there.
Yeah,
so
Rihanna would be
climb up here.
Rihanna would be very upset because there's no umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh,
fortunately for us, we can just do it the casual way, right?
Yeah.
Right, Dangerous? Right?
Yeah.
This is the normal way to do it.
Who put those there?
I just wasted 10 seconds for a gag.
Now you're on Challenger
On a speedrun
approaching.
show.
Now you're on Challenger approaching.
Don't worry. If I get this first try, it'll make up for it. Maybe. I did not get it first try.
If you're actively...
I'm not a trick jumper, so I'm not that good at those jumps.
If you're actively wasting time to do a bit, basically just for yourself, then you are on Adef's show and you are doing just fine.
All right, good. Because me missing that trick was also a bit.
Hey, that's the easy way to get out of anything.
Oh my gosh, I was supposed to wall jump on the pole. That was also a bit.
Now, the number of times you can call your mistakes jokes does run out, but I challenge you to find
Does
the
it?
upper limit.
But
The
what
upper
if?
limit?
But
Oh,
what
I get
if?
it, because you're good at math.
I
You
wasn't-
know all about limits.
that was not necessarily supposed to be some kind of math thing, but sure.
Here, we'll get that one later. We'll do another room. I can sort of just do this kingdom in whatever order I want because it's sort of just rooms off on their own. This room seems pretty normal, right, Dangers?
Yep. I'm definitely recalling the bombs.
That's how icicles
and
fall, right? Wait,
the
I captured the
stats.
wrong thing.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I just
This one
there's a
actually
lot.
isn't that bad.
You just
I just have to
squanched.
bring-
You squanched him. You just squanched them all. Look at you.
I mean, that's just what that's what you do in Mario. You jump on enemies, Dangers.
But that was like a heavy squanching.
Yeah, I feel like it
Yeah,
was
but
more
it was also it was a
violent.
bit. So
All right, we've given him too much power.
everything's a bit now.
No,
Can't
this is a
believe it.
rabbit hole you
No.
don't want to fall down, I promise.
Is it not?
No.
Oh no. Yeah, all of these sub rooms are changed. We're gonna be going into 3 of them. I'll do the second one now, and then we'll try that moon I was screwing up the jump for again. Wait, am I even... Is my brain... No, my brain is drawing a blank. This is not... I went into the wrong room. My any percent, like normal any percent muscle memory got the best of me. Because you do this room in any percent, and I just went into the wrong room. But as it turns out, doing it in this mod sucks. So we're gonna go into this room instead, that you would normally never do in a normal speedrun, but it happens to be our best option for the mod. Now, as you may have noticed, it's a little different. Isn't that right, Dangers?
No, this is perfectly fine.
This is perfectly fine?
I don't notice anything wrong with this. Actually.
Nothing different.
Nope. This is normal.
This is normal.
Especially the eels.
Especially the eels.
Yep, that's normal. They
What
pop
about
out of the ground.
The dudes. What
Yeah,
are
the
those
dudes.
guys called, Dangers?
They're called the dudes.
No, they're not. They're called frostbites. I'm surprised you don't know that. I thought you were a Mario fan.
Fake fan.
Yeah. Are you a Mario fan? Name every icicle.
Name every icicle. I might actually be wrong. That might be slightly off.
According to Fur, being a Mario fan means you have to know every enemy name.
It does. Oh man, I might not have even gotten the name right. It's something around like it's Bite Frost. I called it a frostbite. It's a Bite Frost. There we go.
And you call yourself a Mario fan? Unbelievable.
You didn't say Bite Frost, did you, Dangers?
This guy's a
I didn't
hypocrite.
claim to be a Mario fan. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I got one for you. This one's a real stumper.
Oh,
And this is just for Dangers to prove whether or not he's
Just
a
for
real
Dangers.
Mario fan.
okay.
All right,
Dangers.
I'm listening.
There is an enemy in Mario.
There are multiple, actually.
Okay, so far so good. This one is only in a couple of areas and pretty niche enemy, but I'm curious if you know the name. And not that many people do, I feel like. Stop me when you know it. He has a shell on the back.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, go on. Keep going.
Okay,
Sorry.
shell on the back. Big hands.
Big hands.
Yeah, huge hands.
I promise I normally get this faster.
Horns. And he drives a car sometimes.
Huh. Do you know where the car is going?
Dash?
Dash.
Cart? Double dash?
Oh, I mean, this one's easy.
Okay.
It's Petey Piranha.
It is Petey Piranha. Nice shot.
Yes.
He has a shell, really big hands,
Huge.
horns on his head,
Oh man, you guys are just doing a little bit over there, and I'm just over here messing up the trick over and over again. So you could say we're both still doing bits.
Yes, PD Piranha's famous horned head is. Was PD Piranha ever in Mario Kart?
In Double Dash, actually.
Is he?
That's why I said PD Piranha.
Yo.
Are you a Mario fan? Do
No.
you
There
even
we go.
No, I'm not.
I got
There
it.
you
I'm a Mario super fan.
Oh my gosh. Hey Adolf, we have a room coming up that I think you're going to love.
Am I gonna love it?
You're gonna love
I'm
it.
sorry I did that, genuinely.
Oh,
Is that
no.
water or floor?
Neither technically. Also, it's rising.
Isn't it just the void in this typical subroom?
Yes.
All right, that's okay. So long as the
So you're
void
okay
is
if
lava.
the void is lava?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're fine if any empty space is lava?
Well, the
Any
void
void?
is like.
So if like the entirety of space was just filled with lava, you'd be okay with that?
All right, look, I wasn't brought to my own show to do metaphysical commentary, okay?
I thought you were good at physics.
This is different. Metaphysics is philosophy. Don't bring me into this.
It has physics in it. Shouldn't you be good at that? Isn't that how it works?
I never said I was good at anything.
Oh,
Just math.
Yeah, just math.
just math.
Quick, give me a thing. I'll do the math.
Do the thing.
H.
H.
Whoa, he's good.
Yeah, I'm really
He's
good.
not wrong. H does equal H. in
Also,
this
nice
instance.
snow dram, by the way.
Yep. I'm glad I at least got that first try after messing up that jump inside the area like 8 times in a row. You know?
I do know.
So, Seaside Kingdom is one of those kingdoms where, you know, the overworld isn't really changed, except that's also sort of a lie, because there's like one or two areas in the overworld that have like minor changes to them. But those areas are essentially their own subrooms that exist in the overworld, so the majority of everything is going to look the same here, but some of like the individual challenges will be a little bit different.
Those things that you just said, they did not make sense, but we'll find out.
You
I'm
know,
sure.
it's hard to talk when you're speedrunning, and also it's all hard to explain because you'll see what I mean coming up. Also, this is a rumble room. It's a room where you're supposed to use the rumbles on the
Did they
ground to
actually
find out
put
where
it
the
on
pipe
top of the
is, or
pipe?
find out where the moon is. And yes, they put it on top of the pipe.
That's so dumb.
It is
So-
so.
I imagine little Jimmy, who has, you know, been since traumatized by the whole floor is lava thing everywhere he goes, is now entering, trying to use his controller and sobbing uncontrollably as he feels for rumbles.
He's just sobbing so uncontrollably.
So uncontrollably. But yeah, that area we just did off to the side, that's not normally how that is.
I don't know, that seemed all right.
There was poison dangers and a giant rock.
Yeah, the floor is poison. Everybody's
course.
favorite childhood
Hey, that's you-
pastime.
are you okay with that?
Floor is poison? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's the same idea.
Lava kills you right away. Poison, you got some time.
That's not how it works in this game.
It's actually the opposite in this game.
Yeah, I thought you were a true Mario fan.
I
Ado.
told you I'm a super fan.
Yeah, I thought you were a super fan. You should know this.
Super fan doesn't mean I know everything. It means I know what I care about. Haven't you ever been to an
That
online
doesn't
forum?
sound pretty super to me.
You've never been in an online forum, clearly.
I mean, how do you know?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I know everything.
Oh. But you just said you didn't.
What is going on?
Ada, are you okay?
No. It's very
Do you
late.
need Dangers to inherit the show from you?
Inherit? He's not my son.
That's not how this works.
That's not how that works.
It goes to my... If I give up or, God forbid, die, my GDQ show automatically goes to my next of kin.
I mean, that's how it normally works, right?
Yeah, when you...
That's how
if you're
this
the,
works.
If you're the president of the United States, if you die, your job goes to your brother or your sister.
Well, I thought it went to their child.
Well, if they don't have children.
Oh, of course.
I don't have any children, so.
So it goes to your brother Dangers.
This is news to me.
I feel like we're learning a lot today.
I think we are.
Oh, man. I think we are, too. I learned that Adolf's one belief is children should not be playing the floor is lava. I learned that Dangers is Adolf's brother, and
What?
yeah, because he's the one inheriting the show.
Dangers, you. Discord. Yeah. I'm crying.
What happened?
It's literally not even worth repeating.
It's not even worth repeating. Oh no.
You know, I learned something today.
Yeah,
What
me
did you learn,
too.
Dangers?
Me too. I feel like I should have known, but oh well.
Oh boy. I learned that Fur Underscore knows how to break Challenger approaching.
Oh god.
Did I mean, I was the. Adolf said this was the last episode of the show because I was the challenger that he was looking for.
The chosen one. I truly, you know, it's interesting. When I did the first like 2 episodes I did of this show, I really kept it composed like the whole time. But then we just sort of started going off the rails. And then by the episode with Cosmic where we did Mario 35, it was a complete nightmare. We were just like literally talking about nothing, laughing nonstop the whole time. It was like worthless to view, I can only assume.
No, that's usually the stuff people they love it.
But now, you know, I think we've just embraced our slap happy nature. It's very late for me.
Very late.
This show is always at the end of my day, on the end of my week, so I can hardly hold it together.
That's fair. It's totally fair. So, as you probably noticed, the overworld here has not changed, but the subrooms are. Cappy is gone. He's dead, which Adolf is probably happy about, because Adolf knows Cappy. What did Cappy do earlier? There was some lore in the stream.
I think Cappy was a big floor
He
is
was
lava
in jail.
component.
Oh yeah, that's why he was in jail.
Yeah.
So he was gone there for a second. I hope you appreciated that, because he's already back.
Well, he didn't really serve a very long sentence, did he?
No, he did not.
Hey, Fur Underscore?
You're calling me by my proper name. Did I do something wrong?
No, I just have a question.
Okay.
Would it be possible for us to take our second break of the evening sometime soon?
Sure. When would you like to do it? Because we could work it into this kingdom. We could do it right after the kingdom.
Let's do it after. Let's do it after the cheese, breaking the cheese, hitting the switch moon.
Okay. We can do that. Because this route does roughly follow any percent again.
I figured as much.
It's any percent stuff is pretty fast. So like even if we're not doing necessarily the modern, like most modern any percent route, a lot of these routes, especially in kingdoms where the overworld is not different, we're roughly just doing what you would do in a normal any percent run, which actually does mean we go through a couple sub areas here. Like next one's kind of interesting because we're gonna be doing forks, which definitely is a bit harder. Not painfully hard, but definitely harder.
I actually rather like this sub area in the mod. I think it adds an interesting challenge. And I mean, speedrunners make this room look really easy, so.
Good. And I actually died, heck. Normally I get that, but since it's a live show and, well, heck, I'm not gonna get it.
That's never happened before, am I right, guys?
That's never happened before. No, that's probably has happened before. It's just I'm usually good at the game.
Production is inquiring my thoughts about the floor being Pepto-Bismol.
Well, it's not the floor. It's more so a.
Yeah, it's like the ocean.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
You know, we
So
should
you're okay with
popularize.
children being playing the ocean as lava.
Okay, well,
right?
I don't know how many kids you know that go
Maybe
to.
if I can hear the game, this will be fine.
I don't think it's relevant. Okay.
Yeah, we should get the kids away from this whole floor is lava idea and instead get them on the idea of the ocean is molten Pepto-Bismol. I think that's going to catch on like wildfire.
Kids are gonna love that.
So the issue that's happening here is I am hitting the wall before throwing Cappy. So I'll end up going off the wall and the cap throw will cause me to lose elevation. So I need to make sure that doesn't happen, but I am really struggling. This is just the marathon just getting to me, I guess. I don't know.
You got
this. Is one of those another one of those things where it's like, can I cheat actually and just go a different way? You know, I really shouldn't be trying this because I've never tried it before. This was a mistake. All right, let's go back over here and do it the intended way.
Good save.
So I've done some runs of this the last like few weeks, and I have always gotten this first try in all the runs. But now I'm consistently doing something wrong here, and we finally got it. Now I just need to not screw it up. Which we should be fine. There's not really any hard jumps left, just... Well, that's unfortunate. You know, that's what we call in the business content.
Yeah, he's just doing a bit.
Yeah, just doing a bit. Yeah, this actually is one of the cool changes I would say to a subroom. Let's do this a bit slower this time, and then get that. And as you know, or may know, most subrooms in this game have 2 moons, so we need to get the one that's over here, but it's a bit higher up than it normally would be. Normally it'd be like where that little cage is down there, but we can't have that. This game is supposed to be harder with the mod. Adolf, don't you just love how I'm repeatedly messing up right before the break?
I want, and this is not a bit. I entered this sentence with the energy like I was about to do a bit, but I'm not doing a bit. You don't gotta worry about a thing.
I know, I'm not actually worried. I was the one doing the bit, Adolf.
Oh.
You're the one who got.
I rescind my kindness.
This is not appreciation approaching.
No. I'm supportive to all my runners except for Fur.
Oh, what?
Wow.
That being said, follow twitch.tv/Fur_.
Hey, that's me. That's where I stream almost every day.
But make sure you're doing it with a frowny face so that you don't appreciate it.
Fur, give us a countdown to pause the timer when you're ready, by the way.
All right. This cutscene is long. All right, and now.
All right, gamers, we are going to take our last break of the evening. We'll be back in just a few moments. Take this opportunity to get up, stretch your legs, get a glass of water. We'll be right back with more Challenger Approaching and more Fur _ right after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. My name is Adef. This is Challenger Approaching, and tonight we have Fur on performing Super Mario Odyssey modded challenge runs. Few quick announcements. If you're watching on YouTube and would like to support our live content, please consider subscribing. Pardon me, please consider checking out our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/GDQ. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to any Twitch channel of your choice every month for free. Please consider using your Prime Gaming account to subscribe to the GDQ Twitch channel. And with that, Fur, what's going on? What are we looking at right now? And then after you explain it, feel free to
we're looking
give a
at
countdown.
the pause screen.
Well, yes.
Because I had to pause the game, because originally I was just standing there, but as we were going to break, there was a spiny, as you can probably see, just like barely behind Mario right there. It did damage to me, and I was like, I should probably pause the game as well. So We're going in with 2 health.
Feel free to give a countdown whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good. 3, 2, 1, go. So there's not really too much left in this kingdom. Gonna be getting the last few moons here and then heading to the next, which is Ruined Kingdom. And Ruined is changed. You'll find out how. I'll tell you now, Adaf, it's something to do with the floor.
I have reached a part in the evening where it is impossible for me to even feign anger. I am in ultimate chill state now, so nothing could possibly wreck that for me.
Well, that's perfect, because the difference is that the floor of the arena is actually chilled and turned to ice. So how convenient.
Exceptionally convenient.
Oh, man. Yeah, the dragon as well has the same physics as ice. So the main thing that makes the fight harder is just the fact that you have to deal with ice physics literally the whole time. So
the dragon is also cold as ice.
It's true.
But is he willing to sacrifice your love?
Now, this is a song.
Is it?
I think.
Dangerous.
I was just asking a simple question.
Were you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know if I have an answer.
Well, this is troubling. I guess I'll just have to watch and find out.
Hey, co-host.
Hello, yes.
Why don't you ask a question to our runner?
I would love to. Hey, Fur_.
Hello, Dangers.
Our esteemed challenger.
This is good so far.
That's me. I'm the challenger.
I just wanted to know, I got a couple notes here. I'm just asking some questions.
Oh my god, he wrote stuff down. Wow, way more
Are
prepared
you
than me.
approaching?
Oh.
I'd say yes. I'm approaching a dragon right now, actually.
Very good, very good. Okay, okay. Where can they find you to follow your Twitch channel?
I feel like you guys have sold me out so much already.
That's the vibe of the show. You gotta understand.
You know what? Fair, I'll take it. Twitch.tv/Fur_. You can go there. You can follow the stream. I stream pretty regularly. So yeah, it really helps me out, and it'll make Adaf smile.
It's true, and if everyone in the chat followed him 80 times, he would have 80 times as many people as are in the chat following his stream.
If that's true.
He is good at math.
So I'd trust him there.
Yeah.
We should have a friendly competition.
Okay.
I'm ready.
First, one of the 3 of us to have 45 million followers on Twitch buys the other people a sandwich.
I like this competition. This is great.
I mean, I do like sandwiches.
I like the prospect of having 45 million followers on Twitch.
I mean, I do too, honestly.
Because I'm superficial and I require numbers.
I mean, you are a mathematician.
Is that why you like math?
Yes. Should you follow him?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That was a simple math equation.
Yes. It was a Boolean statement, true, false. So this fight looks the same, but it's not.
Well, yeah, you can see the textures are a little different. Like the dragon usually isn't that light, and the floor is not usually icy looking.
Yeah, the dragon's looking quite frosty.
Yep. Like a frost dragon.
But then he spit lightning, so now I'm just confused.
Maybe, I mean, dragons can be both frost dragons and lightning dragons, probably.
I don't know. Don't you have to fulfill requirements to spec into 2 different types like that? I'm a little sus of this dragon right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Please ignore my co-host. He's a little green around the gills.
That's the saying.
He's hot off the presses from Co-host Academy.
You know, I think my father used to say that.
Did your father also go to the academy? I would have seen him there.
The Academy. That's how you know he went there. He calls it so informally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Decap.
only people who went to the academy would do that.
I didn't go.
Like your father.
I skipped all the grades.
Oh. I can respect that, you know.
Well, it was one math test because it was not a math school. It's a school about co-hosting, and I'm not a co-host.
That's true.
Dangerous
You are
is a co-host.
the host.
And I'm the challenger.
Fun fact, and this is not a bit. I know I say that sometimes and then still do a bit, but this time truly I mean it. In Hollywood, the Screen Actors Guild and various, film denominations or whatever. If you're on a television program and you are the principal or one of the principals, you are the star, right? And you can be billed as such. But the co-star is not a secondary character. It's someone who I think has like 12 lines or less in an episode.
Huh.
So that's your little fun Hollywood fact of the day. It might even be 2 lines. I'm gonna find out.
Also, real quick, while Ada's finding out, this kingdom, the overworld, yes, it's the same, but there's also a chance this will take me longer than any other kingdom because the thing that is changed, the boss fight, is painful. It could take me a while. It's part of the reason why we have the estimate we do, because it's the type of thing that could just completely bottleneck me for a little bit, because it's probably the hardest thing in the mod, I would say. You'll find out about that when we get there.
Yeah, okay. A co-star, also called a day player, is usually you perform in 1 or 2 scenes with 1 to 10 lines total. Now you know.
So Dangerous is only allowed to have between 1 and 10 lines on the show.
He's used. There have been some very generous semicolons and colons here to fit his
there
10-line
is.
requirement.
I'll just erase a couple of the periods on the script and it'll be fine.
Yep.
And I won't show up for a couple weeks, maybe, just to kind of fill my quota and, stretch it out over a couple different shows.
Sure.
Yeah, it's also a very long line.
Yeah.
Very long line.
Got
Yes.
some really wide paper.
Yeah, so for me to actually talk about the game for a change, which would really be something.
Wait, there's a gameplay?
Yeah, I know, right?
Really?
The boss fight, as Fur was saying, is like really gnarly.
Do you know what it is?
I do, yeah.
Oh.
Is it PD Piranha?
I've seen some of this one.
Am I?
He does have big hands.
And he has claws and horns on his head and a shell on his back.
It's true.
And
he has a car.
I don't know if that's true, actually.
Well, according to Dangers, my co-host, it's true.
Yeah,
co-host never lies.
Can you really touch him? He only has 10 lines to say.
I can't even defend myself properly because that would be using one of my lines.
You're out. It's too late.
Darn. Dangers, I'd like to promote you.
Is it really time?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm ready?
Yes, you're ready.
Excellent.
You are
Dangerous is
now...
inheriting the show?
No, God no. You are now the co-star.
Ooh. Does that mean I get more lines or less?
It means you get 10 factorial lines.
Oh, so I can't lie in the lines.
What?
Oh no, you said factorial, not factual. Well, I'll do my
10
best.
factorial. Adolf, what's that number?
I don't know this one by heart. 10 factorial is 3,628,800.
Oh, I'm probably coming up close on that.
Did you use a calculator or did you?
I used a Google calculator, yeah.
You used a Google calculator. I was just wondering if you managed to do that in your head that fast.
No, God, no.
Which ones do you have memorized then? Because it sounded like you implied that you had some memorized.
Factorials?
Yeah.
I don't. That's not a thing that I like use very often. I feel like.
But you said that's not one you have memorized.
I know
it made it sound like...
if you add the numbers 10 through 1, it's like 52 or something. I'm confirming now.
This a bit slow.
Oh no, it's 55. Oh god, I'm so embarrassed. Dangers, I will tell you though, if you don't meet that millions of lines quota, you will have to be fired.
Oh no.
You better start talking now, Dangers.
Nice save.
Tell us about the mech fight.
How much time do I have?
How much time do you have?
You know,
not much. We're almost at the mech.
What was it? 3 million lines? If you set a line every second, it would take 833 hours to do every line.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I think it's time to start talking about the fight.
Yeah.
So noticed something different.
This is the fight. Period.
Oh frick! I forgot to get the life part.
You have to be a bird.
Go bad.
Period. You have to poke the thing. Period. You have to ground pound the thing. Also.
Yep.
Period.
So far, it's looking pretty normal. You know, it's actually I lied. It's actually a completely normal fight, and nothing is different here at all whatsoever. If you've played Mario Odyssey, you know this is how the fight was. And, you know, this is the normal arena size, and I am doing the normal speedrun strats, and nothing is going on here at all.
Yep.
Now, in reality, if I touch the mech anywhere that isn't the bubbles, I take damage. So if you really wanted to, you could say that the mech is blah, blah, but...
I don't want to, though, is the thing.
You don't want to. But it's not 4.
It doesn't mean a man can't have things he doesn't want to do.
That's true. This isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to try it again and hope we get better leg positionings. The max legs like to freak out because the arena is so small. They turn into spaghetti, basically.
See, now that's what we should make the next popular children's game. The mech is spaghetti.
The mech is spaghetti.
Mech is spaghetti.
You've heard of the floor is lava.
Please. No! We were so close to getting that first try in spite of me forgetting the life apart. Oh, that's so unfortunate. All right, let me get the life apart. All I had to do was ground pound Harriet without taking damage on the mech there, but I could not do it. So to make this fight more consistent, this is slow, but helps a lot. They did not change where the life up part is here. So if we take this Gizo, I think the enemy is called, and come over to here specifically, there is a life up part. I forget why I know that's there. It might be because of this mod, in 100% all honesty. But it's there, and it's going to help us, because now we have double the health. And if we had double the health going into that first fight, hey, we would have beaten it first try. But now we might be here for another 10 minutes.
Nah, you got this, fam.
We'll see. I will say the Pokio is not the most reliable capture, because there's a few finicky things about it. Sometimes it just does not seem to work the way you would want it to. Oh, well. Oh, well. This is very inconvenient, if I do say so. Well, I think I broke. What? Excuse me? I've never seen this happen before. It literally just left.
Yeah, you're not, I mean, just jump over the barrier.
Oh, that's we had the required "this has never happened before" moment. There it was. So what's really annoying is if you fall off the mech like I did here, you run into this situation where there's a chance when the mech's stomping around like this, it will just stand in the spot where the Pokio spawns in when it's doing like the phase where it actually stops, so you won't be able to capture it, which is very obnoxious. Yeah, this is one of the things I was talking about earlier when I was trying to say like, yeah, this run can take a while if there a few things just don't go well. And right now that thing is not going well because this is obnoxiously difficult.
It doesn't appear to be very friendly.
It is not.
Yeah, if I had one word for this, friendly would not be the word.
I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the damage and we're going to reset the fight because we're struggling to get back up, and being at like 2 health as we already were there, it's just not looking too good for our chances. So, yeah.
The mech do be doing like JoJo poses from like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
He
though.
really is
kinda,
doing JoJo poses.
I kind of like it.
All right, let's get that life apart again. Yeah, just talking about the mod in general. In spite of me hating this fight, and I generally don't think I'm a huge fan of how they decided to handle it. It definitely does make it like sort of ultra hard, which I guess is really satisfying when you do beat it, but it is pretty finicky, so it can be a bit frustrating at times. But there's more than enough time in the estimate for me to get this, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
It's all good.
It's all good. Oh, well, that's not gonna work here. Let's do it on this side. They should be identically the same, but I'm more used to doing it on this side, so it's probably easier. Also, if anyone's wondering why I go for the green bunny first versus the one that I land on first, the reason for that is because, oh, that's unfortunate, it happened again. The reason for that is because they're one of the more annoying ones to hit. So when the mech starts walking around, it can just become very inconvenient to, come on, so close. It can be very inconvenient to hit that one, that bunny. He's breaking again. Might be just what we needed, though. Nope. I think we might just reset the fight again, and there's another strat I can do that's a little bit different. Like, we're still gonna go on the mech right away, but you can sort of, if you have a life apart, damage boost on top of the mech during the running phase. So, ooh, we can actually just get the life apart here. So if I do that, and I don't take too much damage, we should be on the mech once we're able to damage it again, and it will make my life easier if it works. If it doesn't work, then heck, we're gonna have to climb again.
This is the one. I believe.
It might be.
My co-host believes, so I believe.
That's just how things work.
Yeah.
Challenger appreciating the co-host.
Yes.
That is what this show is called, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, during this phase, oh, well, we got knocked off. That's fine. Because I'd rather have to climb back up in this phase than the one we were at before.
It was very violent bucking, like a bucking bronco. You just get like knocked right off with no remorse at all.
Yeah, though that happens in the base game a bit too. With this might actually work very well. Oh, no. Do I have enough time, please? Might be it. But yeah, oh, no, that's unfortunate. But what I was saying was it happens in the base game too, where if you're on the top of the mech during that phase, it's very easy just to sort of get launched off. All right, well, this might not be it because we have 1 health, but I do have a dream, so. Maybe if we're lucky. No, the Pokio might die there. Yeah, it's too close to the mech. It can't spawn.
This is very suspenseful, I'll tell you that.
It is. Oh, you're kidding me. Why did you step back there? It can be hard to get the mech out of the middle without taking damage.
I feel if they made the diameter of this circle just like maybe
if it was just a little bit bigger, it'd be easier.
Yeah.
Like 100%. All right, that should be good. And that angle on that leg is looking potentially promising. Well, nope.
Oh,
slightly curved. All right, well, we can try it again. I have to do the slow way to get the life apart, though, just because I do not have enough coins to buy one. But, yeah, this is just how this fight goes sometimes. It's honestly probably the main thing, like, for me when it comes to speedrunning this mod, that's keeping me from getting a much better time than I have. Because, as you can see here, it's just so incredibly brutal and unforgiving. It can be very hard to do it consistently. Like, we almost got it first try, but in spite of doing so well at the start, we're still struggling, and that's just because of how hard it is.
Chat room, can we get some support for Fur_? In the chat, please post fave emote in support of this gamer.
See, that's why this show isn't called Speedrunner Approaching, because sometimes things are challenging.
Challenge runs.
That's right.
There's a lot of cool challenge runs in Odyssey too. Like this isn't one I'm personally good at, but I'm a big fan of minimum captures. Because if you didn't know, you can actually beat the entirety of Super Mario Odyssey only capturing enemies 3 times, which is absolutely insane that that's even possible. Like there's some really cool challenge runs out there, like modded and unmodded. We're just showing off some of the modded ones today. All right, let's see if we can stay on top of the mech this time. I'm gonna embrace the damage boosting a bit more, so when like the mech bucks essentially, we're just gonna jump off like that. And let him go through the animation essentially. Now the tough thing here is if I want to get this, I sort of have to... It's so hard because I want to make sure I get Harriet last because she's the easiest one to get. But when you're in this phase of the mech, you don't really have time to wait for the mech to stop before it just God, it sucks. Before it just like force kicks you off. So I had to try and sort of time the ground pound there, and it's just really hard to do when the entire mech does damage. Like there's strats you can do in normal any percent if you to get it, but oh, that's not enough time. But just with the entire mech literally damaging you on the touch, it's a very, very difficult thing. doesn't look good, but maybe we can make it work. This could be it, but don't get your hopes up too much. There we go.
Let's go.
Nice job.
Let's go. All right, so I do need to be careful here, though. The last time I did a speedrun, I almost actually died to this. The Pokio doesn't despawn now that we finished the fight, so I need to not run into it.
But he's your friend. He just wants a kiss.
No.
Oh.
No, I'd rather not die.
All right, we'll save the smooching birds for later.
It's gonna be an Iwi for me, dog.
Eewee.
All right, so normally, now that we're going to Moon Kingdom, we'd be pretty much done with the run. But sort of like with the Hyperspeed Moonjump mod earlier, we actually don't get moon gravity on Moon. We get normal gravity. So we actually have to do the entirety of Moon Cave, which is a little bit different. They've changed it a bit. So I guess on the bright side, we're doing something unique and exciting for the end of the run.
That's true.
It's not just like one of the kingdoms that isn't changed as much. But yeah, it's not too bad. Like, the mech is definitely the hardest thing in the run, in my opinion. Like, everything left at most will take maybe a couple tries, but I think it should be mostly smooth sailing from here on out. 'Cause I feel like I'm pretty good at what's left.
That's the confidence we like to hear.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are adequately approaching?
I do. I do.
Good.
Good.
Then our job here is done.
Totally. Completely.
Please make sure to fill out the survey after the stream, by the way, on how well you thought I was approaching. You can do so by following twitch.tv/per_,
Wow.
and letting me know on my next stream.
Wow.
See, the one time I do it, it's a problem, but whenever ADF does it, it's fine.
Look, I don't make the rules. Or
Do you?
Or do I?
I don't know.
I don't.
But yeah, if you've ever played this game, you can probably feel just how cursed it is for Mario to be jumping normally.
That chain chomp, I think, was possessed.
So the chain chomps have the same thing going on with like the moon throughout the mod, where it sort of mimics the creator's logo, Skelix, because they've got sort of like a chain chomp thing going on with their logo.
Yeah, but they're also flying in the sky. That's kind of what I was
Yeah,
referring to most.
I don't know about that.
Also,
I don't
the
know why
floor
that
is lava
happens.
over there.
That's
ADF,
just a crater. It's not a floor.
You're gonna want to look away.
Are people... What's going on here?
What is going on here?
What is going on here?
I don't know. What is going on here, Ada?
I have no idea.
I don't either. I do know there's a lot of lava down here.
Is it the
But I
floor,
wouldn't
though?
necessarily say it's... I mean, if you look over there, kind of maybe.
All right, you
That's-
properly can't do Moon Cave Skip.
You can't because of the gravity.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but that means we get more content.
Oh, that was certainly content.
See, kids, this is why you shouldn't be playing the floors of lava.
I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yep. Ada, I'm a changed man. I understand now.
I'm glad to convert someone. I didn't know I held this position until today, but
But it is a position you hold.
I'm nothing if not someone that can be passionate about something after learning about it on the current day.
Alright, I need to get rid of this guy. I'm trying to do this safe because I lost all my health. So normally there'd be a big bullet bill here, but there's not.
They made him a
Still
small
little-
boy.
This little small boy. so coming up here, it's a sort of skip we'll be doing where we're going to capture the big boy and we're going to drive him all the way over here where there is a very convenient wall that has enough room for us to wall jump our way. You know, I should get this moon so I have health. Give me a second. But yeah, there's a very convenient wall here that we can actually use to climb all the way up. So we're gonna have to be on the front edge, so I'm gonna have to follow it. Still gonna have to even go a bit more. The downside of getting the moon, but I'd rather have health for the fight we're gonna have to do at the end of the arena. And I'm sure you'll see why I want health in a moment. Assuming I can get this really dumb jump. Also, for some reason, this block's texture glitches out. I don't know why.
It's shaking in fear at your presence.
It is.
The Moon Cave is not used to seeing Mario down here.
It's not, especially when it's a speedrunner.
Exactly.
There we go. That's actually a really hard jump, but we got a second try.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah, this is the boss fight.
proper
Very
voice
nice
crack
to
to end the
include.
evening. That's great.
Of course. Would it be
Yeah.
Challenger approaching without one?
Literally no.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's two of them.
Two of them.
Two of them. Two princesses. And that's how the fight goes. There's just two of them. There's poison, and there's some fire in the way as well.
Also, the tomatoes are lava.
I mean, I just think they're really hot tomato steamers. I don't think they're lava.
I mean, whatever floats your boat for underscore.
Yeah, funny thing about this fight is you actually only have to beat one of them, and then the game will trigger the flag for, you know, you being done and able to leave the kingdom. So if we kill one and then die, we'll actually be fine. But that's a bit slow because we have to go through parts of the cave again, so we are going to actually get both. There's the first. I'm actually a bit confused because I did not think that was the third hit, but I'll take it. Oh, never mind. Something broke. The game glitched. But because, like I said earlier, we killed one, so we're still able to beat the fight.
Is she okay?
No. I don't entirely know what causes that. I think it's something to either do with all the like clutter on the floor or the chain chomp hitting the wrong Madame Brutal, maybe. Because I think that's what happened there. Because I thought I was getting the Madame Brutal that only had one hit, but we killed one, and then the other one was glitched. So I'm assuming it's something to do with the chain chomp triggering damage on the wrong one. But that's just a guess. I couldn't say for sure.
She was rare charm.
She
It's
was,
true.
it's true. Unfortunately, we have to do this jump again. But we got it first try. I'm getting better at it.
You're just a trick jumper for underscore.
I'm becoming
guys-
one, it seems.
Do you guys want to watch epic trick jumping content?
Oh,
Look
boy.
no further than twitch.tv/fur underscore. I tell you what,
I'm not gonna do jump streams.
all 57 elite trick jumps on one CD.
Can't do that. I can hardly do like a level 6 trick jump. What the heck?
Whoa.
I don't even know if I could do that. Trick jumps are hard.
I mean, you're a pro. You just showed it to us.
No,
First try.
Watch Fur get that Mushroom Kingdom star without the painting tomorrow on his Twitch channel
What?
Not
I don't even know what that
clickbait.
means.
at 7 a.m.
All right, so this is how they changed the Bowser fight. I actually think this arena looks really cool with the
All right,
the
now
lava.
what's going on here?
What?
I'm seeing a lot of funny business. on the screen.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Ada?
There's a lot of funny business.
Funny business.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you want to explain yourself, sir?
Yeah, why is
Well, I mean,
PD
there's-
Piranha on the screen?
Oh. That's what you meant.
Yeah.
And why is his hands, like, why are his hands so big?
Why are they so small?
This is not the PD Piranha I know.
No.
Thank you very much. And I would know. I'm a Mario fan.
I'm a huge Mario. That feels like a long
I
time
thought
ago.
you were a Super Mario fan.
That's me.
Yeah, you said you're saying you were a huge one.
Well, I can be
thought
more
you were
than one
super
thing.
one.
It is very
I guess
late.
that's true.
It is very late. It feels like
Oh,
feels
man.
like the PD Piranha bit was like 2 years ago.
It's past Adaf's bedtime.
It really is.
This fight seems much easier.
It's easier than the cloud fight. Like 100%, but it looks cooler. I like it more than the cloud fight. I don't like the cloud fight. That fight crashes my game. This one doesn't. So now, unfortunately, the escape sequence hasn't changed. If you've ever seen this speedrun before, this is normally how it goes. Peach and Bowser are just gone, and Mario's escaping the moon on his own because they have died. That's how the story goes.
That is what happened.
That is what happened.
Confirm.
It's true. Dangerous speedruns. Oh, frick. Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but I am about to die as well. As the Mario Odyssey story tells, that with Mario, Peach, and Bowser perished on the moon after their fight. Sad
Tragic.
ending.
Tragic.
When I first started speedrunning this game, I didn't realize it was going to be a tragedy, but here it is.
That is really unfortunate.
Yep. All right, I need to not screw this up. All right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people playing this game casually, like going back to like actual commentary, you don't really realize the sheer scale of this room because Bowser's just really big. But this is like, as far as I'm aware, this is not like the rooms, like these blocks were not changed. Their size was not altered to be bigger.
Yes, it
This is
was.
just really
Yes, it
how big these
was.
are. You sure?
100% sure.
Are you sure though? Bowser is kind of a giant.
I'm 100% sure.
Are you sure?
No way.
I mean, you see how big Bowser is in those fights, don't you?
I'm not ignoring how big he is. Wee. I'm just saying. Well, okay. The ones you were just on, like the smaller square ones, are, I think, the size the one Bowser runs on. But the bigger ones are not. They're way bigger.
Which ones are bigger? Oh, frick.
There are bigger ones.
Which ones?
The one that like tank guy was on is
Yeah.
definitely a big one.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it when we get there. I always mistime the jump for that, which is not good because we're still fine. This one right here.
Look how big that block is.
Well, maybe like those ones are bigger, but I'm not sure. I think those ones in particular might be. I don't remember. Sorry, I'm multitasking and I am struggling. I am also tired because it is 2 a.m. where I am, and I am definitely struggling a bit.
Commentating to me about block size is not as important as just gaming out of your mind.
Oh man, you just want to go to bed. You just.
Hey, no, I want you to feel good about your speed run.
I know. I'm just teasing.
But yes, I do also
I just
wanna
want
go to
you.
bed.
I just want you to approach your challenge.
Please.
gosh. I'm normally better at this. But I believe still. As long as chat still believes in me.
I believe.
E-Wees in the chat if you believe.
E-Wees.
Spam this E-Wee to believe we. Oh no, we're in shuffle now. Dangers, I haven't gone any further than this.
This is uncharted territory. Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
my goal here is I'm hoping I can beat this without dropping to 0 coins. I believe. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me! That's basically the block I need to be able to land on, and then the rest of it is smooth sailing.
That didn't look like a bonk at all to me. Like, it really looked like you cleared it.
It's the depth perception, because everything's just so big. Like, it feels like it should just all be smaller.
This is a very impressive final area.
Yep.
It does look very challenging.
It is definitely challenging. This took me a bit my... Oh no. This took me a bit my first try. I think we're still fine. Oh, never mind. It took me way too long to get on the scooter. Yeah. This isn't gonna work. Alright, well, about not being at 0 coins, new plan, just beat the level.
I like
that.
this plan.
I like this plan too.
It's a solid plan. What happens if you stack up all the Goombas?
You know, I think that's the intended way to get over the first wall, but that's a lot more effort than what I'm doing.
I imagine all of these things are just kind of in your way to distract you. Like, does anything happen if you capture a chain shot?
It wouldn't help. So, yeah, they're just sort of in the way. Go for that platform. All right. As long as I don't do anything stupid, we should be fine.
Very nice.
Alright, I'm gonna be extra safe here. Just because if I can make it through this hammer burrow section without taking damage, if I do dumb stuff later, it will make my life a bit easier. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we tried. I can still do this with 2 health. The sides of those oil containers do damage, so you have to be careful on those. Alright, so the really fortunate thing here is capturing Bowser actually gives us a checkpoint.
Let's go.
So even if I die in this very final section, which is 100% a possibility, they did make it harder. We'll be fine. We're on the final stretch. In spite of all the hiccups along the way. But that's part of the fun of it, I think. I think it helps better show off how, like, this really is a difficult mod. And some of the people who've gotten, like, lower times than me, like, they're very impressive. And there's actually somebody, I don't remember their name, who's actually beaten the entire mod damageless, and they did it in, like, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Which sounds unbelievable, but it's true.
Is there only certain things that you can do damageless? Is that...
You're supposed to be able to do everything damageless in the mod. Now, I don't know if that's true, but you can definitely beat the game damageless.
Right. So when you say everything, you mean any %?
Well, I assume since first at an hour 40.
Oh. Yeah, and any percent is what somebody's done damageless. I'm pretty sure the mod maker claims that all of the moons are possible damageless. Again, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but any percent damageless is possible because it has been done. That time should be on the speedrun.com leaderboards for Superstar mode because there is leaderboards for it on there. Actually, both the runs we did tonight have leaderboards. There's one for the Hyperspeed, and then there's one for Superstar. Which is pretty nifty, because I feel like there's not often leaderboards for modded stuff, but enough people have been interested in at least running these two things that some people got together and got a leaderboard approved.
There you go.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this a bit better. Because ideally, I want to be on that block in front of me. But we're getting really unlucky. So we're gonna have to do the harder jump again. I might just want to go here, actually. Yeah, that was a bit easier. Alright, sweet.
Hey, GG.
GG.
Remember to call.
I could still technically.
Well, yes.
It would be really funny if I did, but we're at 2 health. That's not happening. All right, and time is coming up here, and that's time.
Let's go.
GG.
Oh, how long did that take? That did not feel like
It was
a PB.
it was a 2-0 high, 2 flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Superstar is hard, especially in a no reset setting at 1 in the morning.
Well,
so I'll take that. You know, it was fun.
I'd
That's
like to thank Fur Underscore and of course my co-host Dangers for joining me tonight on Challenger Approaching. Any parting words from either of you before I wrap up?
No, I don't know if there's really much else to say.
Co-host?
To be honest.
Well, I just have one question to ask.
Okay.
What rhymes with hollow dir thunder bore?
Follow Fur Underscore.
Whoa, how did you get that on the first try?
I-
That's crazy.
It's just great
Wow.
co-host host energy.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't explain it any better than that.
You just can't. All right, gamers, thank you so much for watching Challenger Approaching this week. Stick around because we will be raiding someone momentarily, so be sure to wait for that. But a few quick announcements. SGDQ 2021 online prize submissions are now open. Go to GamesDoneQuick.com to find out about submitting prizes for the event. Information about all of our Hotfix shows is available at GamesDoneQuick.com/Hotfix. From there, you can find out more information about submitting your runs to any of our weekly shows. And tomorrow on this channel at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will have Tina's RPG show, I guess. And we will definitely be having Star Ocean First Departure R on there. And maybe some Final Fantasy stuff. I'm not 100% sure. But that's what's going to be on there. And we hope to see you. There will be no Challenger Approaching 2 weeks from today, as I will be moving across the country. But then we'll be back 2 weeks after that with the next episode of Challenger Approaching. I will miss all of you dearly. But I look forward to seeing you again soon. And with that, take care. Thank you, Fur and Dangers. And
I
stick
just
around.
want to say one
yeah,
quick thing.
Please.
When Adef gets back after he's traveling, after he moves halfway across the country, it'll be Challenger appreciating, because Adef will be appreciating you guys here supporting his hotfix show.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. Took the words right out of my mouth. All right, gamers, thank you so much for watching. Stick around for the raid, and we'll see you when we see you.